This video continues with Chapter 21, Global Live Broadcast, Sun Wukong vs Piccolo, Continued 1, Dragon Ball, The Strongest Saiyan, Chapter 21, Global Live Broadcast, Sun Wukong vs Piccolo, Continued 1, in a martial arts gym. Fellow disciple, senior brother, why are they so powerful? Mark Satan, it can't be that powerful, it's like a magic trick. Yes, it's a magic trick, it's a magic trick. Fellow junior fellow student. Although Cabros watched the battle between Sun Wukong and Piccolo on TV, he knew the battle situation clearly through the changes in his chi, as if he was there. At this time, Bulma called. Bulma, Cabros, someone is losing patience. Cabros, what's wrong? Bulma, several military and political families, assassin families, ninja families, business families, and ancient dragon families have contacted us and want to establish cooperative relationships with us. Cabros, really? Promise them. Bulma, but I think they have bad intentions. Cabros, our Tianlong company is just starting out, and we need them to help us promote it. We can just kick them out in the future when we don't need them anymore. Bulma, I'm afraid it's easy to cooperate, but hard to break it. Cabros, Bulma, now you are not only the president of Capsule Corporation, you are also my wife, Cabros. Bulma, I know she's your wife, but so what? They are all hidden families on Earth, very powerful, and many political, business, and even every aspect of life are closely related to them. If we offend them, we will be unable to move forward. Cabros, Bulma, you are still too kind. But let me tell you, this is not a female channel. I said it wrong. I want to ask you, Bulma, they are so powerful, why don't they fight against Piccolo? Bulma, Lord Piccolo is so powerful. How can ordinary people defeat him? Cabros, Bulma, believe it or not, I can kill a rubbish like Piccolo with just a breath. Don't you understand? In a word, if they dare to mess around, I will kill them until they are afraid. Bulma, but... Cabros, no, but if something unexpected happens and there are many people who don't recognize me, I will slap the earth into cosmic dust, and then use the Dragon Balls to restore it, but I will resurrect the ordinary people who support me. I think Shenlong should be able to do this. When Bulma heard this, it was like she was meeting Cabros for the first time. Cabros, don't look at me like that. This world is all about the survival of the fittest. Outside of Earth, there was a Frieza army that wiped out an entire planet's worth of humans just to resell the planet. And I gave them a chance to live, which was very kind of me. The strong are not there to protect the weak, nor to morally blackmail the weak. Bulma, I understand. According to what you said, Cabros, we are now the kings of the earth. Cabros, before long, I will become #1 in the universe, and the king of the universe. Bulma, Cabros, I finally got to know you today. You are really handsome. Cabros, I want to see Sun Wukong's battle. Bulma nodded. At the Dog King's palace, Sun Wukong and Piccolo were still fighting with no clear winner, but Piccolo was already out of breath, while Sun Wukong seemed fine. Sun Wukong, you are so powerful, much more powerful than Yamcha. Piccolo, damn it, I'm going to kill you. At this time, the voice of Lord Piccolo was heard. Piccolo, please back off. You are no match for him. Piccolo, yes, Lord Piccolo. Sun Wukong took a few long breaths to calm down his emotions after a long battle. Sun Wukong, you must be the great demon king Piccolo. I will defeat you and restore peace to the world. Piccolo, defeat me. No one can defeat me, Piccolo. But since you dare to challenge me, I will give you a decent death, that is, to die like a warrior. Sun Wukong, it's too early to brag. I haven't been defeated by you yet. Piccolo, come on. Let me see how far the martial arts of Earth have developed in the past 300 years. Sun Wukong, okay. As he said that, Sun Wukong accelerated and rushed forward. This time he used 400 points of combat power, which surprised King Piccolo, but he still caught the punch. Lord Piccolo, it's surprising. I never thought that a human body could have such power. Sun Wukong, you are not bad either, much better than him. Piccolo, really? Then you have to do your best. I haven't stretched my muscles like this in a long time. Sun Wukong, I will. As they spoke, the two men started fighting again. Both of them exerted over 400 points of combat power, and the fight was difficult to determine for a while. The aftermath of their battle was even more terrifying. An accidentally emitted shock wave could directly destroy more than a dozen buildings and flatten an entire neighborhood. In the distance, on several helicopters, there were more than a dozen retired reporters broadcasting the scene, and every time the aftermath of the bullets was shot over here, it would be easily knocked away by Kesha. At this time, people all over the world were concentrating on watching the battle that would decide their fate. Most people were cheering for Sun Wukong, but there were still a few brainless nitpickers who were finding fault with everything. Critic 1, this guy is awesome, but he is too merciful. He actually let Kakeru, the subordinate of Piccolo, go. The second nitpicker, that is, if Kakalu attacks ordinary people, Sun Wukong must be held responsible for it. Argumentative 3, yes, he is responsible. He will also be responsible for rebuilding the buildings and streets destroyed in this battle. A few nitpickers were criticizing Sun Wukong beside the TV. If Kabulos were here, he would definitely tell them that I only kill, not bury. Reconstruction is what good-for-nothings like you should do. That's right, these nitpickers are just trash in Kabulo's eyes. Near the Dog Kingdom's palace, Turtle Hermit and his gang quietly lurked over. They wanted to see Sun Wukong defeat Piccolo with their own eyes and also wanted to help hold back some soldiers. But after seeing Kakalu's strength, they all fell silent, not daring to take action again, and could only watch the battle from a distance. What they didn't know was that their existence had been discovered by Piccolo, and Piccolo secretly told Kakalu to take them hostage after he recovered. Just in case he couldn't beat Sun Wukong, he could use them as a threat. Yamcha, Goku is so powerful that he can fight with Piccolo like that. Master Roshi, no, Piccolo is much stronger than before. Goku may not be his opponent. Yamcha, but Goku doesn't show any signs of defeat. Master Roshi, you can't look at it that way. The battle between Goku and Kakarot just now lasted too long, and he must have consumed a lot of his physical strength. Also, I feel that Piccolo didn't show his true strength at all. Tien Shinhan, what? You're already this strong, but you haven't shown your true strength yet. Krillin, but Goku should also have some reservations. Master Roshi, although Goku has some reservations, he may not be a match for Piccolo. Piccolo has improved a lot compared to before. Tien Shinhan, that's right. Although Sun Wukong has been practicing every day for more than a month, and his strength has improved a lot, I feel that the opponent's strength is unfathomable. As expected, as the two sides continued to fight, they gradually showed their true strength. Sun Wukong was no match for Piccolo and fell into a disadvantage. It can be seen here that in the same month of training, Piccolo raised his combat power from less than 5 points to about 300 in the 510x gravity room, while Son Goku's combat power only increased from 435 to about 460, which is only an increase of more than 20 points in more than a month. Obviously, in the Dragon Ball world, different training methods determine the speed of training. After Sun Wukong's combat power increased to 460 points, it basically stopped increasing. After fighting for so long, he only increased his combat power by 3 or 4 points at most, relying on the Saiyan's physique of fighting more and more bravely. Now it is stable at 465 and no longer increasing. Piccolo has increased his combat power to more than 500 points. This caused a crushing situation for Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong could only defend himself and was being beaten. His struggle was just to avoid the vital parts. Master Roshi, oh no, Goku is dying. Yamcha, damn, Lord Piccolo is too strong. If this continues, Goku will die. Tien Shinhan, let's go and help. Master Roshi, good. Everyone looked at each other and prepared to leave, but were stopped by Kakalu, who had recovered slightly. Kakalu, do you want to interfere with the fight between Piccolo and that Son Goku? Defeat me first. Master Roshi, you guys hold him back, I'll find a way to support Goku. Everyone saw Master Roshi's resolute look and understood that he was going to use Mafyuha, even at the cost of his own life, to seal Piccolo. Even if he failed to seal him, it would still give Sun Wukong a chance to defeat Piccolo. Chapter 22, Global Live Broadcast, Sun Wukong vs Piccolo, Continued 2. Kakalu, don't even think about disturbing Lord Piccolo's battle." Kakalu rushed over as he spoke. Originally, his strength was far greater than Yamcha and the others, but the battle with Sun Wukong just now consumed most of his energy. Now, facing the siege of several people from Yamcha, he was in a stalemate for a while. Now, after more than a month of fighting, perhaps because of the oppression of Piccolo, Yamcha's combat power has exceeded 220 points, and Tien Shinhan has reached 180 points, which is completely the same as his strength 3 years later in the original work. Kame Sensei has reached more than 190 points. This month's training has almost made his improvement equal to the previous year's training. Because of this, the combined strength of 3 people with around 200 points and the entanglement of 1 person with 300 points of combat power were just about evenly matched. This was also because Kakalu's previous battle with Sun Wukong consumed too much energy. Otherwise, the winner would have been decided long ago. "Kakalu, damn it. If I hadn't been so exhausted from the previous battle, you few alone would not be able to stop me." "Yamcha, why are you talking so much nonsense? Watch this, use the air bomb." Yamcha used the air control bullet again, but this move was different because it was a collection of energy and could be controlled at will, so the opponent didn't dare to touch it at will. It was also with this move that he could exert 220 or combat power with his combat power. Kakalu was hiding in a panic. "Kakalu, damn this trick, watch me stop him." Kakalu put his hands in front of his chest, ready to take the blow. Yamcha smiled with a successful plot, and he gave up the chance to hit Kakalu with the air bomb, and instead controlled the air bomb to bypass Kakalu's front, go around to the back, and head towards the back of Kakalu's head. Kakalu reacted and cursed him for being despicable, but it was too late for him to dodge, and he was hit hard on the back of his head by the air bomb. At this point, Kakalu could only fall to the ground unwillingly. "Krillin, that's great, senior brother Yamcha, you are so awesome." Klin walked out from the pile of rocks in the distance. He had no chance to participate in the battle just now because his combat power was too low. It was only 60 points now. Several people gathered together. "Master Roshi, all right then, let's go and help." While Master Roshi was defeating Kakalu, Sun Wukong had already been seriously injured by Piccolo. "Lord Piccolo, you are very tenacious, but that is all. It is time to end this battle." "Sun Wukong, how could this happen? My strength is totally no match for your opponent. Is this the strong enemy that Cabros mentioned? You are really strong, but I will not give up so easily. I will definitely defeat you." "Piccolo, you are dreaming." Piccolo was also furious, because he thought he could easily deal with Sun Wukong, but he didn't expect that even though he had used all his strength, he was still dragged into a protracted battle by Sun Wukong. He was also angry, but Sun Wukong was like an indestructible, and he still persisted after taking so many moves from him. "Sun Wukong, I must not lose, I can't let Brother Cabros down." "Piccolo, Brother Cabros, who is he to you? Why do you think so highly of him?" "Sun Wukong, look at my move, Kamehameha." "Piccolo, what? How do you know his moves?" Piccolo's face was filled with shadows. The past month or so was simply a nightmare for him. "Piccolo, since you are related to him, I absolutely cannot let you stay." Flash cannon. The two began to fight each other. Sun Wukong was already seriously injured, and this backfired, and the huge Qigong wave was forced over by Piccolo. "Sun Wukong, I can't lose." Sun Wukong said this, but he was still hit by a huge Qigong wave. In his current state, he would definitely die if he was hit by such a large Qigong wave. Just when he was about to be killed, Kaisha rescued Sun Wukong. In the distance, looking at the seriously injured and unconscious Sun Wukong, Kesha reluctantly took out a magic bean and fed it into Sun Wukong's mouth. After Sun Wukong ate the senzu beans, he was resurrected with full health, and the Saiyan passive skill was activated, greatly increasing his strength. His combat power directly increased from 465 to 620. Now his strength and that of Piccolo have been reversed, and the gap is even bigger. "Sun Wukong, I am resurrected, it's the senzu beans." Sun Wukong turned around and saw Kesha. "Keisha, fight well. If you lose again this time, I will kick you out of Tianlong Company." "Sun Wukong, don't worry, I will never lose this time." After saying that, Sun Wukong rushed out. Seeing Sun Wukong intact, Piccolo was shocked. Piccolo, you're okay. How is that possible? Sun Wukong, Lord Piccolo, you are no longer my opponent now. I will definitely win. Piccolo, damn it, you're farting. As he said that, Piccolo rushed forward, but was easily dodged by Son Goku. Sun Wukong, your speed seemed quite scary just now, but now I see that your speed is really slow. Lord Piccolo, impossible, how can you suddenly become so powerful? Sun Wukong, I'm not sure about this, but every time I recover from a serious injury, I become even more powerful. Far away. Kaisha, his strength increased after recovering from a serious injury. As expected of the Saiyans, they are a fighting race. So, what Cabulo said about Saiyans only loving to fight is true. I never thought there is such a race in the world. After recovering from a serious injury, his strength increased by a full third. I envy him so much. The audience in front of the TV. Sun Wukong is so awesome. Yeah, why did he suddenly become so powerful? Bulma's house. Cabros, Sun Wukong has been resurrected from the brink of death and has become much stronger. It seems the battle is over. At this time, Master Roshi and others secretly came to the battlefield. Seeing that Sun Wukong had completely gained the upper hand, they were a little at a loss. Yamcha, Goku's strength has greatly increased. He has completely crushed Piccolo. I don't think we need to take action. Master Roshi, I hope so. At this time, what they didn't know was that Piccolo, who they had originally believed to be dead, had fully recovered thanks to the demon's recovery ability, and he was now recovering his strength. Master Roshi, I have a bad feeling. Yamcha, what? The great demon King Piccolo suddenly appeared in front of them, letting out a strange laugh. Lord Piccolo, heh, there are a few little mice here. As he said that, Piccolo grabbed Krillin with one hand and Yamcha with the other. Sun Wukong, damn it, let them go. Sun Wukong was shocked. He didn't expect that he didn't check it for a while, and Piccolo had found an opportunity to turn the tables. Of course, Sun Wukong thought that he didn't check it for a while, but Piccolo had been planning it for a long time. Since being sealed by Wu Taidu with the Mafuhaha, Piccolo is no longer arrogant. In battle, he will do everything to win. He has long planned to use these people to threaten Sun Wukong if he cannot defeat him. But since he has been suppressing Sun Wukong before, he naturally doesn't need them. However, now that Sun Wukong's strength has greatly increased, he knows that he will definitely not win in a head-on battle, so he activated this backup plan this time. Son Goku, Yamcha, Krillin, Piccolo, let them go. Piccolo, oh, you guys know each other. That's great. If you want them to survive, just stand there and beat them. Sun Wukong, I won't move, you hit me. Piccolo kicked Sun Wukong in the face and sent him flying. Sun Wukong stood up and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Sun Wukong, that's all. Lord Piccolo, damn it, you're looking for death. As he said that, Piccolo threw Yamcha towards Son Goku with one hand, and while Son Goku was saving people, he used his fingers to wave and crippled one of Son Goku's legs. Piccolo, ha, now that one of your legs is paralyzed, the balance of victory has tipped towards me. Sun Wukong, despicable. When Master Roshi saw this, he knew he couldn't wait any longer. He threw a universal capsule at Piccolo's feet, which turned into a rice cooker. Master Roshi, I'm sorry, Krillin. Piccolo, watch out, Mafuha. Piccolo, what a rice cooker, damn it, ah. Piccolo and Krillin were swept into the air by the sealing power of the Mafuha. Everyone and the people in front of the TV were surprised to see this scene. This reversal happened too quickly. When the Buick Demon King was about to be sealed in the rice cooker in front of everyone, a hand suddenly pierced through Master Roshi's chest. It was the recovered Kakalu. He killed Master Roshi in front of Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong, I will kill you. Sun Wukong was completely furious. He rushed forward and, regardless of the injury to his leg, killed Kakalu with one punch. Bulma's house. Cabros, this development is really unexpected, but this is battle. Without death, Sun Wukong will never awaken to the fighting state. From now on, Sun Wukong will truly enter the fighting state. Chapter 23, Global Live Broadcast. Sun Wukong vs Piccolo. Continued 3. Piccolo was killed by Sun Wukong, and after Piccolo landed, he attacked directly. At this time, it was a matter of life and death, and he didn't care about his face. When he attacked, he also sent a wave to attack Tien Shinhan. Sun Wukong's eyes were bloodshot. "You bastard, I'm going to kill you to avenge my master, Master Roshi." Sun Wukong took over Krillin, but was beaten by Piccolo and one of his hands was disabled. He saw that Tien Shinhan was about to be killed, so he went to save Tien Shinhan, but Piccolo took the opportunity to disable his other leg. Now, Sun Wukong became the same as in the original work, with only one hand left to move. Bulma's house. Cabro's, incredible, is the power of correction in the original plot so strong? There is even a scene of hunger. It seems that it is not easy to change the plot except for a stronger power. If the power is not enough, those plots in the future should happen, so I should have the power to crush. This time, it is the plot I designed, and when Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, Beerus, the Universe Conference, and even the opponents in Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Heroes come out, if the power cannot form a crushing force, then everything will be like dancing on a tightrope like the original plot, and the tolerance rate is too high. Thinking of this, Cabros left the room. Yes, he went to the gravity room. He wanted to practice. He no longer cared about the so-called Piccolo and Piccolo II. Compared to these, improving strength was the top priority. Otherwise, when Frieza arrived, everything would end. Near the Dog King's palace. Just like in the original story, Piccolo flew into the sky as if he had lost his mind, gathering his strength to completely destroy Sun Wukong. "Lord Piccolo, you can only move one hand now, you are dead, die." Sun Wukong, one hand, "Well, I'll put all my strength on this one punch. Ha." Sun Wukong gathered his strength into his right fist, then used a Qigong wave to attack the ground and rushed up to the sky. The ending is obvious. Sun Wukong's original strength was stronger than that of Piccolo. Now Piccolo followed the old path of the original work and had a hole punched through his chest. "Piccolo, impossible, how could I lose? My child, I gave you everything I have, you must help me get revenge." Piccolo vomited an egg just like in the original novel, and then exploded. Sun Wukong looked at the egg going away, but did not chase it, because he needed an opponent to spur him to practice hard. He also felt that the life in the egg was very pure, and it might not necessarily be a bad person. Sun Wukong hugged Master Roshi's body in pain. Yamcha and others also rushed over, kneeling on the ground with sorrowful faces. Sun Wukong, Master Turtle, woohoo. Krillin, Brother Goku, don't be sad. Sun Wukong, how can I not be sad? Master Roshi is dead. Krillin, Brother Goku, didn't you tell me the story of the 7 Dragon Balls? If we collect all 7 Dragon Balls, we can make any wish come true. We can use the Dragon Balls to revive Master Kame. Son Goku, yes, I will go find the Dragon Balls now. No, I will go to Bulma's house first to borrow the Dragon Ball radar. With that, Sun Wukong flew away. Although his limbs were disabled, he had already learned the flying technique, and other injuries were not serious, so he could still fly away. Yamcha, let's take Master Kame back first. Then, Krillin, go buy an ice coffin to preserve Master Kame's body. Krillin, okay, Brother Yamcha. The 3 of them left with Master Roshi's body. In Bulma's house, in the gravity room, Cabros was practicing hard in the 100 times gravity room. At this time, he felt the arrival of Son Goku's energy and walked out. Cabros, Goku, how did you become like this? Sun Wukong, that Piccolo is too mean, using Yamcha and the others to threaten me. Oh, Master Roshi is dead. I want to borrow the Dragon Ball radar to collect the Dragon Balls to revive him. Cabros, it's useless. The Dragon Ball restored Piccolo's youth more than a month ago. He is still stone now. Sun Wukong, what should I do? Is it possible that Master Roshi can't be resurrected? Cabros, that's not the case. Dragon Balls can be used again after 1 year of wishing, and the deadline for resurrecting the dead is exactly 1 year, which means that about a month later, you have a month to collect Dragon Balls and revive Master Kame. That's why I told you not to rush to fight Piccolo. Sun Wukong, 1 month, that's enough. Sun Wukong remembered that the last time he collected the Dragon Balls, it took him less than a month. Cabros, it is 1 month and 13 days. You have to come back to get the Dragon Ball radar after 10 months and 17 days. Sun Wukong, what a trouble. Cabros, I have written it for you. Give it to Krillin and Yamcha. They will urge you when the time comes. Sun Wukong, I understand. Cabros, by the way, Goku, you should hurry up and improve your strength, because your future opponents will be more powerful than the last. Sun Wukong, I will, but I found that even though I have been practicing hard for a long time, the improvement is not very obvious. On the contrary, I have been resurrected twice after being seriously injured, and my strength has increased greatly. Do I have to fight with others all the time? Cabros, after a Saiyan is resurrected from the near death, his strength can indeed be improved, but it cannot be used all the time. In fact, after a Saiyan is resurrected from the near death, the strength that is improved is the potential accumulated from your usual training. It just releases your potential. If you are resurrected from the near death many times, it will destroy your body's potential. Sun Wukong, what should I do? Brother Cabulos, you are so powerful. Do you have any good training methods? Cabros, of course there is. So, that direction is the direction of the Kalen Tower. You go to the Kalen Tower and receive training from the Cat Fairy there. After completing the training from the Cat Fairy, go to the temple above and receive training from the fairy. Sun Wukong, can receiving training from the cat immortal and the gods make me stronger? Cabros, of course, a more advanced training method can improve your strength faster, which is what I did before. By the way, you can also invite Yamcha and the others to train together. If you have someone to fight with, you should be able to train faster. Sun Wukong, I understand. I will go practice now. Cabros, wait a minute. I'll give you this magic bean to help you recover from your injuries. It's not very convenient for you to be like this. Sun Wukong nodded, took the beans, said thank you, and prepared to leave. Cabros, you don't have to thank me. I just want you to become stronger quickly, strong enough to fight alongside me and learn from each other. Sun Wukong, I definitely will. Sun Wukong leaves. As soon as Son Goku left, Bulma came over. Cabros, Bulma is here, what's wrong? Not happy. Bulma, no, it's just that the young master of the Long family, the eldest lady of the Leng family, and others want to see our chief warrior Sun Wukong. But Sun Wukong is gone. Cabros, see Sun Wukong, you're not pretending so soon. They don't deserve it. Let them go. Bulma, but they said that the next promotion requires the cooperation of Son Goku. If Son Goku himself is not present, the best publicity effect cannot be achieved. Cabros looked at Bulma and realized what she meant. Cabros, you think so too? Bulma nodded. Cabros, no need, Bulma. You have to know that Son Goku and I are warriors. We need to keep training to improve our strength instead of being screen clowns. It's a waste of time to appear on the screen. Bulma, but the publicity effect. Cabros, you don't have to worry about this. I will let Kaisha go with you to the Dog King. Well, I will inform the gods and ask them to issue a divine order to cooperate with you. We will use the state machinery to force the entire media to promote our Tianlong company. Of course, you can just say it directly. Sun Wukong and other frontline fighters need a lot of time to practice and become stronger, and they don't have time to accept interviews. Bulma, I see. Cabros, do as I said before. I will turn the earth into a holy land of martial arts. Bulma nodded. Kaisha came back at this time. Kaisha, Cabros, I might have to go back. Cabros, are we going back to the Galactic Patrol headquarters? Well, go do something with Bulma first. Bulma will tell you on the way. When Cabulos saw that Kaisha was about to ask something, he interrupted them and told them to hurry up and do their business. After the two left, Cabulos went into the gravity room again. This time, he wanted to increase his strength to the limit of 300 million in one go. Otherwise, he would never end the special training. I can't transform into a Super Saiyan, and I always feel very dangerous. Fortunately, with the materials brought from the galactic headquarters, the maximum gravity chamber this time has reached 600 times, which is much higher than the maximum multiple that Vegeta can adapt to in the original work. It seems that Vegeta's collection of materials all over the universe is not as good as the accumulation of the Galactic Patrol headquarters. With the help of the 600 times gravity room, Cabros should be able to reach 300 million combat power in a shorter time than Vegeta, and then transform into a Super Saiyan. Chapter 24, Bulma was stimulated and decided to practice. 3 months later. Cabros practiced in a 100 times gravity room for more than 3 months. He has adapted to 100 times gravity, and his basic combat power has increased to more than 10. Cabros' heart. I don't know if this training speed is fast or slow, but it is equivalent to Sun Wukong adapting from 10 times to 100 times gravity in 5 or 6 days. It is definitely slow, but that is at the expense of the body. The huge pressure from the powerful enemy in the universe forced Sun Wukong to do so at that time. As for me, I have been practicing in advance until now, and I have a power far beyond the plot. Although stability is a must for a time traveler, I really don't know who is faster in my training speed than Sun Wukong and Vegeta under the same conditions. However, even if his training speed is really not as fast as Sun Wukong and others, he is not afraid, because he already has a god's training method. He feels that as long as the realm dimension is improved, it can feed back the training speed. In 3 months, Sun Wukong and others completed the training of the Cat Fairy and entered the Heavenly Temple. Here, Sun Wukong did not complete the test in 3 days as in the original work, and the training of the Cat Fairy was not that simple. In the original work, Sun Wukong completed it by taking a shortcut, so the training he received was not complete. After arriving at the Temple of Heaven, Sun Wukong and others saw the appearance of the gods. Just like in the original story, they mistook Shen Xiang for Piccolo and wanted to fight him to the death, but were easily stopped by Popo. After learning the reason and knowing that the Dragon Balls were made by gods, they immediately apologized. Then, Sun Wukong asked to accept training from the gods. Sun Wukong, God, please guide us in our cultivation. God, Mr. Bobo, thank you for your help. Popovich, it's okay. Popovich will try his best. Immortal, from now on, Mr. Bobo will guide you in your cultivation. Sun Wukong, Krillin, Lord God, we are very powerful, how can he do it? Shanxian, I and Cabros have both received training from Mr. Bobo. It can be said that Mr. Bobo is the teacher of me and Cabros. Sun Wukong, really? Brother Cabros has also received training from Mr. Bobo, so I want to practice with Mr. Bobo too. Bobo, come with me. Sun Wukong and others followed, and in this way, Sun Wukong and others began to practice in the temple. At Bulma's house, Cabros is having dinner with Bulma. Bulma, Cabros, you practice every day. Can you take care of the company's affairs? Cabros glanced at Bulma and motioned for her to continue. Bulma, are you confident in handing over such a big company to a weak woman like me? Cabros, Bulma, what are you thinking? Of course I'm relieved. Bulma, it's said in the storybook that the emperor hasn't attended court for a long time and has been sidelined by his subordinates. Cabros, no, Bulma, what are you thinking about? Are you tired? If you are tired, you can find a professional manager to help you handle the company's affairs. Bulma, no, I just want you to spend more time with me. You see, Tianlong Security Company is now the #1 security company in the world, and you, as the president of Tianlong Security Company, don't even show up. Aren't you walking in the dark in fancy clothes? Cabros, well, I don't care about these empty things. And Bulma, if you are tired, you can hire a professional manager to help us run the company. Bulma, it's easy for you to say. Several powerful forces are eyeing our Tianlong company covetously. I feel nervous even if I go there myself. If you find a professional manager, he might be someone else's undercover agent. Cabros, so what if they are undercover? I have never seen anyone dare to betray Frieza. Even Vegeta, who was rebellious and swore to me that he would kill Frieza, is now obediently serving Frieza as a dog. Bulma, as long as my strength is the strongest on Earth, even if all the people in the company are undercover agents from other forces, they will have to listen to me. Even if I ask them to counterattack the forces that ask them to be undercover, they dare not have any objection. Because if they don't obey, they will die. Bulma, Cabros, why are you so murderous? Can't we talk nicely and solve the problem within the rules? Cabros, but the one with absolute power is the one who makes the rules. Bulma, yes, you are the one who makes the rules, but you don't follow them at all. Cabros, I can make rules and modify them, so why should I follow them? That's a waste of time. If I follow the rules as you said, reason with them, use logic, fight a war of public opinion, and prove my innocence, right? Then my time will be wasted on these trivial matters, and I will have no time to practice, and my strength will stagnate. And by then, a strong enemy will come from the universe, stronger than me, Bulma, at that time. Will you ask that enemy from the universe to follow the rules with you? Bulma was speechless after hearing this and stopped talking. Cabros, since strength is the greatest rule, I will increase my strength to the highest level, so as to ensure our fairness. Bulma, you are right. I won't ask you to reason with them anymore. Cabros, Tianlong Security Company originally belonged to us. If they want to break the rules and seize it by force, then I would be a fool to talk to them about the rules. Bulma, let's eat. After dinner, I'll go hire a secretary to handle the company's affairs. I also need to practice. Cabros, Bulma you. Bulma, I get it now. You're right. Strength is everything. If I don't have enough strength and show up in public again, I'll probably be kidnapped by people sent by those forces and used to threaten you. Cabros, they dare, just them. Bulma, don't worry. As long as you are on Earth, I can sense your aura wherever you are. I can rush to any place on Earth within half an hour. Bulma, half an hour? That's a long time. If there was any danger, it would have happened. Cabros, well, if I continue to practice, this time will be shortened. Oh, and I will learn teleportation in a while. Then, no matter where you are, I can reach you in an instant. Bulma, teleport? But I still want to practice martial arts. After all, if I have my own strength, at least I don't have to worry about it. At least, I am stronger than most ordinary people. Cabros, that's right. Then you should also go to the Cat Immortal and the temple to practice. When you pass the temple training, your combat power should be able to reach about 300 points. By then, your own strength will be enough to suppress those forces on Earth. Bulma, is 300 a strong combat force? Cabros, let me put it this way. The great demon King Piccolo, who ruled the world back then, only had 260 points of combat power. You have 300 points of combat power. If Sun Wukong and I don't take action, you can also destroy the army of an entire country by yourself, like the great demon King Piccolo did, and defeat all the resistance forces on the Earth. Bulma, okay, I'll go practice. I must have 300 points of combat power. Then, I won't hold you back. Cabros, Bulma, you're my wife. How can you be a hindrance? Bulma, you said no. Last time when I went to the Dog King to do something, you asked Kaisha to go with me. You thought I couldn't do it alone. That must be because of my strength. By the way, how strong is Kaisha? Cabros, 1.4. Bulma, what? 1.4. Are you kidding me? Piccolo's 260 points of combat power is enough to rule the Earth, so 1.4 is amazing. Cabros, first of all, let me correct one thing. The 260 points of combat power of Lord Piccolo refers to the Lord Piccolo 300 years ago. The Lord Piccolo who wanted to dominate the Earth 3 months ago was upgraded by me. His combat power is about 510 points. As for the destructive power, you have also seen that the city has become a ruin just by the aftermath. If you attack the city with all your strength, a large city can be destroyed in one blow. When the combat power reaches 8,000 points, the moon, which appears at night, can be directly destroyed. With the power increase of about points or more, the Earth can be turned into dust in the universe. Bulma, no way. 8,000 points can destroy the entire Earth. Then, with Kaisha's 1.4 combat power, it's easy for her to destroy the Earth. No wonder she doesn't think highly of those so-called top forces on Earth. I was afraid that she would be lured by the conditions offered by those forces. Cabros, what conditions did those people set? Chapter 25, Training in the Double Gravity Room, Aiming to Become a Super Saiyan. Bulma, the conditions are so tempting that I want to agree to them. Cabros, you will agree, but you are my future wife. Bulma, humph. If I weren't the eldest daughter of the Universal Capsule Company, I would have fallen for it. Cabros, so exaggerated again. Bulma, really. They gave them everything they could, including money, beauties, handsome men, and power, like asking Kaisha to join them. Cabros, Kesha won't agree to that. Bulma, yes. At that time, I was worried that Kessa was not determined, but now I know that those things are so illusory. Kessa can get them at will. She can control an entire planet at any time and be the queen. If the people below make her unhappy, she can turn against them at any time, or even blow up the planet, just like setting off fireworks for fun, which is also quite interesting. The two sides are not in the same dimension at all. Cabros, a bunch of cute little guys, they want to win over Kesha. Oh, and don't they also want to win over Son Wukong? It's a pipe dream. Bulma, that's right. Since Son Goku was able to defeat Piccolo, his combat power should be over 500 points. He doesn't care about the conditions of those people. Cabros, 3 months ago, Su Wukong's combat power was already 620 points. Now, it is estimated to be around or points. Bulma, that's not right. There's something I still don't understand. Kaisa is so powerful, with a combat power of 1.4, she can be the queen of that planet. Why did she choose you? Is it because you are handsome? Cabros, of course I am handsome, but in the universe, what is important is not handsomeness, but strength. Since you want to know why Kaisa likes me and wants to marry me, then you can use the detector to see my fighting ability. Bulma took out the detector, and the two went outside. Cabros, wait a minute. What is the detection limit of the detector now? Bulma, don't worry. The detector I built can detect 10 combat power. Cabros, 10. Then let's use the large detector in the house. Bulma, Bulma looked at Cabros in disbelief. She went back into the room, sat in front of the computer, and spoke into the microphone. Let's start, Cabros. After hearing Bulma's words, Cabros began to improve his combat power. First, he increased it to the limit of his basic combat power. Cabros, how strong am I, Bulma? Bulma, incredible. It says 12.5. Cabros, okay, now I'm going to start a rating. Bulma, can it be improved further? Cabros raised the gas to the aeration limit. Cabros, how much? Bulma, 24. Cabros, 24. Not bad, it seems the aeration level has reached over 90%. Okay, I'll start using Kaioken now. Bulma, what, King Ken? The fighting power can be further improved. Kaila. As Cabros roared, everyone on Earth who could sense the combat power was stunned by it. Temple of Heaven. Immortal, is this the power of Cabulos now? I can't believe that a person can have such a strong aura. I'm afraid that no one in the entire universe can be his opponent. I don't know how strong the Frieza that Cabulos mentioned is. Is he really stronger than this aura? Son Wukong, God, I feel very depressed. Do you know what's going on? After the training of the cat immortal, Son Wukong's spiritual perception has greatly increased, and he can already vaguely feel the difference between the strong and the weak. Immortal, this is the energy of Cabulos. It is too strong, really too strong. I originally thought that the battle between you and Piccolo was the pinnacle battle on Earth, but looking at the power of Cabulos, that little power is not even that of an ant. Son Wukong, Brother Cabros. Okay, I want to practice hard too. Crane Hermit, how terrifying, Great Demon King Piccolo. That rubbish Piccolo is not even as good as a stink bug in front of this energy. With such a strong energy, is there a new enemy? Cabros, Kaioken 3 times, 5 times, 8 times, 10 times. Cabros increased the King Fist to 10 times, and his aura was so terrifying that it seemed as if the entire Bulma family was about to be blown away. The animals raised in Bulma's family all collapsed on the ground in fear, not daring to move. After stabilizing the 10x Kaioken, Cabros spoke. Bulma, what is my combat power now? Bulma stared at the monitor in amazement. It showed 125 million. 125 million. Cabros, 125 million. It seems that this combat power is the limit of my current strength. Cabros could feel that his body had reached its limit. If he increased the Kaioken's multiple again, it would definitely cause irreversible damage to his body. This kind of damage, even Senzu beans can't recover. Over time, if it accumulates, viral heart disease is really possible. However, it's okay to use it occasionally, but after using it, it takes a long time to recuperate and let the body recover. If it is used again during the recovery period will be prolonged until it can't be recovered, and it becomes a viral heart disease. Cabros released the Kinken and suppressed his aura, but even so, he maintained a combat power of over 2. Bulma ran out, surprised. How could a combat power of 125 million be so high? Cabros, what's wrong? Isn't this normal? Bulma, no, I mean, you are too strong. I hired a boxing coach to teach me martial arts, and the coach said that I am gifted and can beat several strong men. My combat power is only 3 points, and your combat power is 125 million. Is the difference so big? Cabros, that's normal. The combat power of an adult male holding a gun is only 5 points. You have 3 points of combat power, which is pretty good. I'm already surprised. Bulma, are you so Versailles? You have over 3 million combat power, but you are surprised when someone says that they have combat power. You are a bad guy. Cabros, well, the potential of Earthlings is not as good as that of Saiyans, and you are not a fighting type. Bulma, no, I want to go to the Kylin Tower you mentioned for training. I have to reach 300 combat points no matter what. Cabros, okay, you go and train first. If you can pass the training in the temple and reach 300 points of combat power, I will give you a chance to quickly improve your strength so that you can have a combat power of more than. Cabros thought of the great elder of Namek. As long as Bulma can control her power freely through training in the temple, he would let the great elder of Namek develop her potential. Maybe she can reach several thousand combat power after death. Bulma with several thousand combat power is exciting to think about. By then, the woman he rides every day will also be a woman who can destroy the planet. What a sense of accomplishment. Okay. The reason why Cabros did this was that he saw in a video comment in his previous life that the higher the martial arts of a woman, the more exciting it is to play with. Evil. Bulma, really? More than 1,000. In that case, I can easily destroy several large cities. Cabros, then you go, I practiced. Bulma, wait a minute. Cabros, what's going on? Bulma, when are we getting married? Cabros, after the next World Martial Arts Tournament. We will be able to gather together by then, but right now, we are still a little young. Bulma, it's settled then. I'll go tell Sister Keisha the good news. Cabros nodded, and then he went into the gravity room again. This time, he had to adapt to 600 times the gravity. 8 months later, Goku and his friends made a wish through Shenlong and resurrected the good guys killed by Piccolo. At this time, Cabros just adapted to 8 times the gravity. Another year passed, and Cabros had adapted to 500 times the gravity. 3 months later, he had adapted to 600 times the gravity. At this time, Cabros confirmed through Bulma that the 22nd Tenkaichi Martial Arts Tournament would be held once every 3 years. At Cabros's instruction, the champion prize money of the Tenkaichi Martial Arts Tournament was increased to 5,000 million Sony, and the total prize money was as high as 1 million Sony, which also attracted more martial arts enthusiasts to participate in the Tenkaichi Martial Arts Tournament. Cabros also learned that Bulma had gone to the Heavenly Temple to practice half a year ago. I think son Wukong and the others also learned about the advance of the world #1 martial arts tournament and would come to participate. After more than 2 years, I have adapted to 600 times gravity. Although I am not very familiar with it, my basic combat power has also increased to 100 million. That's right, it is 60 million, not more than 600, nor 100 million. After adapting to 600 times gravity, my combat power has indeed only increased to 600 million. But it doesn't matter. After adapting, I can still practice under times gravity. And practicing under times gravity will also increase my combat power very quickly. It can even be said that even if he does not change his training method, as long as he trains for another 2 years under 600 times gravity, his combat power will definitely reach the basic line of 300 million Super Saiyan transformation. At that time, the 6th World #7 Martial Arts Tournament has not yet begun. There are still years before Raditz invades the Earth in the original work, and more than years before the Battle of Namek in the original work, which is enough. He is even confident that he can reach the full power of Super Saiyan, or even Super Saiyan, in the timeline of the Battle of Namek in the original work. Of course, he still doesn't know how strong the combat power of Super Saiyan full power is. Chapter 26, the 22nd World #1 Martial Arts Tournament opens. Cabros now began to relax, because he felt that the bottleneck of his cultivation realm began to loosen. It seemed that the increase in strength was also useful for his cultivation realm. It turned out that he could feel that it would take only 3 years to break through the first dimension and become a life form of the second dimension. The most intuitive manifestation of becoming a life form of the second dimension is a greatly increased lifespan. Haven't you seen that the cat fairy has lived for more than 800 years? As for how much lifespan you can have after the breakthrough, you will only know it after the breakthrough. With more lifespan, you can use the Spirit Time House to improve your strength with peace of mind. Otherwise, you will become an old man after going to the Spirit Time House several times. Although the dragon can restore youth, it can only be used once. But using the dragon to obtain an immortal life will only cause one thing to happen, that is, the potential will be locked and the strength can no longer be improved. These are not what Cabros wants, so he can only improve the realm dimension to sublimate himself and thus increase his lifespan. Huff, inhale, ha, inhale, ha, inhaled, 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 ha, inhale, inhale, inhale. Following Cabro's unique breathing rhythm, he fell into a deep and peaceful consciousness. There was a light somewhere. Cabros walked over and found a light door. He walked over and found a thin film on the door. He did not hesitate and rushed over with all his strength. It's done, second dimension. Cabros clearly felt the improvement of his dimensional power. He felt that his lifespan had greatly increased to at least 1,000 years. Cabros's inner thoughts. After the dimension upgrade, I feel that the world looks a little different. In fact, it should take a shorter time to cultivate to 300 million combat power. In this case, practice. 9 months later, there were still 3 days before the world's #9 martial arts tournament. Cablos finished his training, and his combat power increased to 220 million combat power. Sure enough, the improvement of realm would increase the speed of training. It seemed that within a year, he could reach 300 million combat power. It is now the 753rd year of the Aki era, and he was born in the 732nd year of the Aki era. He is now exactly 21 years old. Even in his previous life, he was old enough to get married and have children. Bulma is 1 year younger than him. She is 20 years old this year, and she is also old enough to get married. On the contrary, son Wukong was born in 734 AD, and is now 19 years old but still has a child's face, which makes people wonder, while I started to have an adult face when I was or years old. Forget it, why think so much? Anyway, son Wukong will grow up in the next 2 or 3 years, and then he will grow into an adult face, and then he can start gravity training. Registration office for the world's #1 martial arts tournament. Cabros had been waiting here long ago and had signed up in person. That's right. This time he wanted to win the championship of the world's #1 martial arts tournament. As a time traveler, it would be a bit unreasonable not to achieve this achievement. Coming. Cabros felt the breath of son Wukong and others, and soon, several people appeared in front of Cabros out of thin air. Cabros, you are here. Son Wukong, brother Cabros, are you also here to participate in this world's #1 martial arts tournament? Cabros, exactly. Bulma, Cabros, you are also going to participate in the world #1 martial arts tournament. If you participate, what are we going to fight for? We can't beat you. Bulma spoke with resentment. She was the only one who knew clearly the strength of Cabros. He was originally a genius scientist. After Cabros's example, coupled with her own improvement and the feedback comparison of the detector data, she knew better than anyone how strong the million-level combat power was. That was not in existence in the same dimension as them. When she came, the gods also asked her to feel the feeling of fighting. What kind of feeling was that? The gap was so big that Cabros blew a breath, and she was gone. Cabros, Bulma, your strength has improved a lot. I didn't expect that even you have become a master. Inner thoughts. I wonder how those otakus would feel if they knew that I had made their women into masters. Bulma, hee, I now have a combat power of 320 points, which is enough to tie with the god. Cabros, really? You've exceeded your target. I wonder how capable the others are. Son Wukong, hee. You will know when we fight tomorrow, brother Cabros. My strength has improved a lot. You must be mentally prepared. Bulma, Goku, no matter how much you improve, you can't beat Caballos. Bulma said, gleefully stating everyone's fighting abilities. Bulma, I know all their fighting abilities. I secretly detected and recorded them when they were fighting. Cabros, really? Then what are their achievements in practice? Master came, yes, I want to know that too. At this time, Master Roshi came over. Sun Wukong, Master Roshi. Yamcha, Master Roshi. Krillin, Master Roshi. Tien Shinhan, Master came. Dumpling, Master Roshi. Master Roshi, they are all here. Bulma, tell us, what are their strengths? Bulma, so I said that. Sun Wukong, no. Bulma, I still want to talk about you. Master came, your combat power is now 230 points, is it so low? Master came, you are the god of martial arts, but you only have 230 points of combat power. I have 320 points of combat power. Can't you even beat a girl like me? Master Roshi looked embarrassed. He had been practicing very hard in the past 2 years and thought he had made great progress. However, he did not expect that he could not even beat a girl now. After all, he was old and had missed the best age for practice. Master Roshi, don't stare at the old man. His time is long gone. Bulma, okay, then I'll start with the weakest. First is Jaya Ozi, whose combat power is 250 points, but he is a psychic and very strong. Then there's me and Krillin. I have 320 combat power and Krillin has 330 combat power. We are not much different, so it's hard to tell who will win if we fight. Krillin, it's because you are so cunning. Otherwise, I would have won long ago because my fighting ability is higher than yours. Bulma, fighting is useless. If you can't be flexible, what's the point of practicing martial arts? Krillin, you. Krillin was helpless. There were some things he didn't dare to say in front of Cabros. Bulma, this woman, actually took advantage of her femininity, and he estimated that Cabros didn't dare to attack those sensitive parts. But she came closer. What could he do? He could only dodge. This was the reason why he couldn't beat Bulma, but he couldn't say it in front of Cabros. Looking at Krillin's embarrassed expression, Cabros actually guessed roughly. However, he was still a little surprised, or a little angry that these people did not make progress. You know, in the original work, they accepted the temple training and increased their combat power to 3 or 320 in just 1 year. Now even Bulma has increased her combat power from points to points. Krillin and his people. Without the pressure of a strong enemy, there is no motivation to improve. A bunch of useless people. Sure enough, the combat power that Bulma reported next confirmed Cabros's idea. Bulma, next is Yamcha, with a combat power of 480 points. Yamcha is so powerful, I am no match for him. Cabros, Bulma, are their combat powers all integers? Bulma, of course not, I rounded it up. It's pretty much the same during the battle. Krillin thought, your rounding is amazing. I clearly have 356 combat power points, which is more than 350 points, but you only say it is 330 points. But Brother Yamcha's should be about the same, with a maximum error of 5 points. Cabros, I see, then go ahead. Bulma, Tien Shinhan came from behind, and his combat power reached 550 points, even surpassing Piccolo 3 years ago. Cabros nodded. Well, it seems that Tien Shinhan works harder. What about Son Goku? Bulma, Son Goku is amazing. Cabros, how about you guess? Cabros, 1500 points. Bulma, wow, you guessed so high, but it's not enough. Goku's combat power is over 3000 points. Cabros, what, haha. It seems that Sun Wukong is not lazy. Sun Wukong scratched his hair. Sun Wukong, hee hee. With you waiting in front, how dare I be lazy? Tien Shinhan was shocked. Son Goku, are you that strong? I thought Yo had caught up with you. Krillin, Brother Goku is so awesome. Everyone else nodded in agreement. They all knew that Sun Wukong had left them far behind. Sun Wukong, Brother Cabros, can you tell me how strong your fighting power is? Cabros, well, it's not that I didn't tell you because I was afraid of discouraging your enthusiasm. Sun Wukong, no, I must at least have a goal. Cabros, well then, I tell you, you must not lose your fighting spirit. Sun Wukong, don't worry, I won't. Chapter 27, the rules have changed, and you can kill people in the martial arts competition. Cabros glanced at everyone and reported a number that shocked and frightened them. Cabros, my current basic combat power is 220 million, and after eration it is 425 million. After using the 10 times Kaioken, my combat power is 2200 million. Bulma, what? Cabros, your strength is so high that you have increased your strength tenfold in 3 years. Tien Shinhan, that's amazing. Yamcha, have I been lazy for the past 3 years? Klein, I must have been lazy. Son Wukong, I thought I had worked hard enough, but I didn't expect that brother Cabros worked harder than me. 220 million? It's a scary number, but I won't give up. I will definitely work hard to practice. One day, I can also reach this level. Cabros, good, I am glad you didn't lose your fighting spirit. As for you, I am disappointed. Bulma, Caballos, I have been training very hard. Cabros, Bulma, I didn't say anything about you. In less than 3 years, you have increased your combat power from 3 points to 320 points, which is a 100-fold increase, which is even greater than mine. Bulma, that's different. Your fighting power has probably reached the limit of the universe. Cabros, it's not the limit of the universe, but the physical limit of ordinary Saiyans is almost reached. Bulma, that's it. I've just started learning, so of course it's simple. But you've reached the cutting-edge field and can make such great progress. You're amazing. Cabros, okay. Bulma, are you sure you want to participate in the World Martial Arts Tournament? Bulma nodded. Cabros, let's go in then. After everyone signed up, they followed in. Host, I now declare that the 5,000th Tenkaichi Martial Arts Tournament is now open. First of all, I have good news for you. This Tenkaichi Martial Arts Tournament is sponsored by the Universal Capsule Group and Tianlong Security Company, and the winning prize is as high as 2,000 million Sony. We can see that the champion will receive 1,000 million Sony, the runner-up 500 million Sony, the third place million Sony, the fourth place million Sony, and so on. Sun Wukong, wow, the prize money is so high, 5,000 million. Yamcha, don't even think about Goku. If Cabros participates in the competition, we can't beat him. Krillin, even runner-up is fine. Jaya Ozi, even if I get 4th place, the prize money is higher than the previous champion. Yamcha, really? Then I must work hard to get 4th place. Tien Shinhan, that's true. The champion of the last session only received 50 Sony, but this time the 4th place received 500 million Sony, and even the 7th and 8th place received 50 Sony in prize money. Yamcha, that's great. With 500 million Sony, I can buy my own house in a big city and then buy a car. Krillin, 500 is not enough. Yamcha, can you buy something smaller first? Finally, I have a place to live. Cabros, actually, you can choose to join my Danan company. With your strength, I can offer you an annual salary of 500 million Sony. Yamcha, 500 million Sony every year, is that true? Then my big house will be settled, I will join. Tien Shinhan, I'll join in too. Krillin, I'm in too. Jaya Ozi, since Tianjin has joined, I might as well join too. Sun Wukong, that's great. If everyone joins, we can all be family again. Tien Shinhan, Goku, you joined a long time ago, right? Sun Wukong, I joined 3 years ago when I won the championship. When I was fighting against Lord Piccolo, I was wearing the combat uniform of Tianlong Company. Tien Shinhan, that's good. We'll all be in the same company from now on, so we can see each other every day and we can also learn from each other. Sun Wukong and others nodded quickly. Bulma pulled Cabros aside and whispered, Great, he was able to get into our company. Cabros, hee, that's because I'm strong enough. If I'm strong, Sun Wukong will definitely come. If Sun Wukong comes, others can't help it either. Bulma, awesome. Host, well, since the prize money for this year's World #1 Martial Arts Tournament is very high, there are a lot of people participating in this tournament. So in order to ensure the competition time, our elimination round adopts a new elimination method. This is the combat power detector provided by the Universal Capsule Group. It can directly detect the vital signs and comprehensive strength of martial artists. Its values have been verified and are accurate. That's not fair. It's just a lens. I haven't hit it before, so it doesn't count. It's not fair. I can tell from the fact that you've never used a detector. A detector is very accurate. If you encounter a large beast in the wild, it can be detected immediately. But what you said is not completely wrong. If the combat power is close, it's really inappropriate to eliminate you directly. Host, this audience member is right. If the difference in combat power between two people is less than 10%, we will provide a venue for them to compete for the quota. If the difference is 10%, 20%, it is impossible for the weaker party to win, but if the weaker party insists, the quota competition can also be held. As for the combat power difference exceeding 20%, the challenge is not allowed because it is a waste of everyone's time. What if the detector malfunctions? Wouldn't that be so unfair? Host, we have also considered the possibility of detector failure, so we have prepared multiple detectors, and Universal Capsule has also announced the sales channels of detectors. Audience members and contestants can also purchase detectors for detection. Of course, the detection results are subject to the official detection results of the Beauty. Your own detection results can be used as a basis for applying for a second detection. Then it's all up to you. Yeah, it's just a number. If you want, there must be a way to change it. Host, I know what you mean. You mean the detector can be modified in the background, right? Yes, that's right. Unfair. Host, Mr. Cabros, the president of Tianlong Security Company, also thought of this. He told me that this detector came from the universe and was an instrument used by the Cosmic Emperor Frieza and his gang to detect enemies. As for modification, it is theoretically possible, but no one would be stupid enough to modify the detector because in the universe, the enemies you face are life and death battles. Life and death. Are you going to die? But we are in a martial arts tournament. There is no need to die. There is no guarantee that someone will not tamper with it. Host, that's right. If they don't have to die, then naturally some people will play tricks and use some means. Then let me tell you, what if they will die? What does that mean? Host, you guessed it right. Starting from this World #1 martial arts tournament, the rule of not allowing the opponent to be killed in the ring has been cancelled, because we will face cosmic enemies in the future, and we are greenhouse flowers. The World #1 martial arts tournament is a place to train and test warriors, not a place for some people to gild themselves or for some greenhouse flowers to attract attention. Will someone die? This is too horrible. The national law won't allow it. That's right. How dare the conference officials do this? Just wait. The police will come soon to arrest people and kill people. It's ridiculous. Host, I'm sorry to disappoint you all. Lord Cabros has already informed the Dog King, and the Dog King has agreed. How is this possible? How could the Dog King agree to such a request? Host, that's because Lord Cabros's people went there with the will of the gods. Everyone still remembers King Piccolo 3 years ago. Many people were killed. I would like to ask everyone, why don't you complain to King Piccolo that you can't kill people? That's different. Lord Piccolo is a bad guy. That's right, bad guy. No matter how much you complain, I won't listen to your nonsense and will just make you disappear. Host, really? Here I tell you, what King Piccolo can do, we can do too. King Piccolo is dead, but Mr. Son Goku, the champion of our last martial arts tournament, still said that he is more powerful than the so-called King Piccolo. Son Wukong, the man who saved the world, how could he be like this? No, he can't do this. He's a hero, he can't take human life lightly. Host, it's okay. This is what Mr. Sun Wukong meant. If anyone is dissatisfied, they can challenge Mr. Sun Wukong. If you can beat Mr. Sun Wukong, you can change the rules. Are you kidding? I'm not stupid enough to fight Sun Wukong. That's right. That blow can destroy a mountain, and a breath can kill me. Master Roshi, Goku, is this really what you mean? Sun Wukong, I didn't say that. That's not what I meant. Krillin, he is just using your name to scare people. No, I'm going to expose him. Cabros, you dare, that's what I mean. Everyone, Cabros, I am just borrowing the name of Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is an employee of my Tianlong company. What's wrong with me borrowing his name? Klin, but... Cabros, no buts. Like the host said, if you want to change the rules, just beat me. Krillin, how is it possible to defeat you? With a combat power of 2,200 million, the Earth would be destroyed if you just stomp your feet. There is a slight possibility for me to defeat Sun Wukong, but if I defeat you, I think not only the Earth, but the entire universe would be in trouble. Cabros, that's it, just follow the rules. Krillin, but you won't kill me, will you? Cabros, no, we are all friends. In fact, this rule is used to shut up those who question the detector. Generally speaking, people will not kill people, and the rules are still the same as before. Krillin, phew, that's good. I was so scared that I didn't even dare to participate. Chapter 28, there are many beauties in the Dragon Ball world. Bulma, coward, Cabros is here. What are you afraid of? Who can kill you in front of him? Krillin, that's right. Everyone laughed. In a dark corner, Piccolo II secretly watched everyone. Piccolo II is just called Piccolo. Piccolo's inner thoughts. They are all very powerful, especially Son Goku, whose strength should not be inferior to mine. Damn it, I have lived in that hellish place for 3 years, but I have not completely surpassed Son Goku. It turns out that after Piccolo was born, he inherited the memory of the previous generation of Piccolo, and knew that Piccolo's strength improved rapidly in that place with particularly high gravity pressure, so he went back according to his memory. Although the place was in ruins due to the battle between Piccolo and Cabros, the basic parts were still there, so he found a scientist to restore it. Therefore, in the past 3 years, Piccolo has been practicing in the 5x gravity room, and because of this, his strength has been improved by leaps and bounds, even not weaker than Sun Wukong. In fact, Cabros had discovered Piccolo a long time ago and felt that Piccolo's aura was very strong. He was surprised at first, but soon thought of the reason of the gravity room. Cabros's heart, world correction is really powerful. I didn't expect that my little negligence would make Piccolo's fighting power catch up with Sun Wukong. It seems that the two are destined to have a battle of equal strength, but it's okay this way. The last time Sun Wukong and Piccolo fought, their fighting power was only about 500 points, which was too small to impact the Earthlings. This time, their fighting power is more than 3,000 points, which will definitely scare the peace-loving Earthlings into emojis, so that the Earthlings will never dare to underestimate the strength of warriors again. Those conspirators and politicians can play tricks and schemes, but they must be based on powerful warriors, otherwise they will be rootless and meaningless. At any time, this world cannot allow people who play tricks to be in charge, because they can sacrifice anyone for their own benefit. Only people like Sun Wukong, who have a pure heart, will do whatever it takes to protect the majority of people when they become the leader. Even if they are defeated, they will fight for their lives. Only such people are worthy of everyone's support and deserve to enjoy the supreme power. Long family. Long Yashin fiddled with the detector in his hand. Long Yashin, Dad, can this thing really detect a person's fighting power? Long Zioan, the people below have tried it and it really works. If the difference in combat power is within 10%, the strength is equal and it will be a protracted war. 10%, 20% will lead to a crushing situation, but at this time, the weaker party still has a chance to escape. 20%, 30% is a complete crushing situation, with no power to resist and unable to escape. More than 30%, it will be killed instantly. The same as the explanation given by the Universal Group. Long Yashin, I mean the combat power value, the strongest special forces soldier in our family only has 5 combat power points. Sun Wukong has hundreds of combat power points. Is this possible? Long Zioan, of course it is true. Scientists in the tribe have done the most rigorous evaluation, from ants to lions, tigers, and dinosaurs. There is no problem with the data. Moreover, think about it, without the combat power of a few hundred people, how can they have the power to destroy an entire city? Long Yashin, I still can't believe it. I have been trained by my family since I was a child. I have used so many medicinal herbs. I became a soldier king at the age of 10 and was invincible in the underground world. But now you tell me that I haven't even left the novice village. This is ridiculous. Long Zioan, son, you are very strong. Your combat power is as high as 18 points. You should know that a strong man holding a shotgun only has 5 points of combat power, and a fully armed Special Forces soldier only has 10 points of combat power. You can destroy a team of fully armed Special Forces soldiers by yourself, which is already very powerful. Long Yashin. However, the gap between us and Sun Wukong and the others is too big. If they want to attack us, we will have no power to resist at all. Long Zioan, there is no other way. We can only try to make friends with the Universal Capsule Group and the Tianlong Security Company. The other forces have the same plan. Long Yashin. No, I want to join Tianlong Security Company myself. I must know the secret of their strength. Long Zioan, that's good too. You can go there in person and establish a good relationship with Sun Wukong. It will be very beneficial to our Long family. The Wang family is a military and political family. Wang Zizai, son, your combat power is as high as 16 points. What's there to be dissatisfied about? Wang Qinfeng, that Long Yashin from the Long family actually has a combat power of 18 points. Stronger than me, damn it. Wang Zizai, a dozen points of combat power is not bad, no match for the army, but when Sun Wukong fought with Piccolo, his combat power was up to 620 points, which means he was completely invincible alone. No matter how many troops there were, they were useless in front of him. Alas, our Wang family, a military and political family, had to bow down this time. Wang Qinfeng, father, don't worry, I will join Tianlong Security Company right away and strive to become Sun Wukong's friend, so that Sun Wukong can be used by us in the future. Wang Zizai nodded. Lang Aishuang had already arrived at the scene of the world's #1 martial arts conference. She was looking around, looking for Sun Wukong and the others. Lang Ao Shuang's inner thoughts. Sun Wukong, 620 points of combat power, is too strong. It is said that Tao Beibai, the world's #1 killer, only had 110 points of combat power. Our Lang family has a long history, but we are no match for Tao Beibai. I have practiced the family's secret method since I was a child, but now my combat power is only 55 points. Even my mother, who is called the Deadly Enchantress, has only 68 points of combat power and was seriously injured by Tao Beibai. I don't know how strong that 620 points of combat power will be. If it is so powerful, I am afraid that he can kill anyone he wants. Is that Sun Wukong and his gang? They are all so powerful. No, why is his combat power only 150 points? Is it a hidden power? The Lang family is an ancient family of killers, and they know about hidden power. They are all so strong. Those people have more than 100 points of combat power. That person, beep beep, combat power is the detector malfunctioning. Thinking of this, Lang Aishuang walked forward and greeted Cabros and the others. Cabros looked at Lang Aishuang. Wow, she had a curvy figure, 1.7-meter long legs, and was wearing short shorts and black stockings. Her pretty face was as cold as ice, and she was wearing a windbreaker and sunglasses. Wow, he was really impressed. Cabros' inner thoughts. This face, this figure, this temperament, so cool. Cabros, hi, beautiful lady, what's your name? Lang Aishuang, get out of here. I'm looking for Sun Wukong. Cabros, oh my god, are you so cool. Bulma, Cabros, what are you doing? You can't walk when you see a beautiful woman. Cabros, hee hee, I didn't expect that there are so many beauties in this world. In my mind, in addition to the protagonist, there are so many beauties. This is really the real Dragon Ball world. This is a crime for me. Lang Aishuang walked up to Sun Wukong and gave what she thought was a gentle smile. Lang Aishuang, Mr. Sun Wukong, let me introduce myself. My name is Lang Aishuang. Krillin, Brother Goku, you're so lucky. Sun Wukong, I don't know her. Klin, I don't know her. How did she find you? Lang Aishuang, I saw the battle between Mr. Sun Wukong and the great demon King Piccolo. It was amazing. Let me meet you, handsome guy. Sun Wukong, oh, my name is Sun Wukong, now we know each other. Plop, plop, several people almost fell to the ground. Cabros, Sun Wukong, you are even straighter than me, I give in. Lang Aishuang, who are you? How can you compare with Sun Wukong? Sun Wukong scratched his head. Sun Wukong, Brother Cabros, what is she going to do? Cabros, I want to win you over. But I tell you, the contract you signed with Tianlong Company is for life. If you dare to break the contract, Don't blame me for being rude. Lang Aishuang, you're welcome for breaking the contract. I want to see how you can be rude to Mr. Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong, don't worry, Brother Cabros, I won't leave Tianlong company. Besides, they can't meet the conditions you set. Lang Aishuang, Mr. Wukong, that may not be the case. No matter what conditions Tianlong company offers, I can double them. Krillin, well, beauty, you really can't meet the conditions that Cabros offered to Brother Goku. Lang Aishuang, there is nothing that cannot be achieved. Money, power, beauties, whatever you want, my Lang family will give it to you. Sun Wukong walked towards Lang Aishuang step by step, stretched out his hand and slapped her on the shoulder, and she was slapped away like a cannonball. Son Goku, she does have some strength, but not much. Not to mention compared to Big Brother Cabros, she can't even compare to Bulma. Cabros, you are such a straight man. I admire you, Sun Wukong. I can't be so harsh on such a beautiful girl. Sun Wukong, Brother Cabulos, what are you talking about? It was her own request. She said she could satisfy all my requests, but you can spar with me. Obviously, she can't satisfy it. Cabros, I don't want to talk anymore. This man is not made of wood, he is made of stone. Bulma, okay, Cabros, eat from the bowl and look at the pot. Let's go test our fighting strength. The competition is about to start. Chapter 29, Contestants Combat Effectiveness Test. Since the selection was done by the detector, the elimination round was very fast. A correction here, I said earlier that Cabulos kept his combat power at 200, but it was changed to points here. Too high a combat power can cause panic. Of course, Cabulos is not afraid of panic, but this kind of panic will greatly waste his time. Of course, he is always ready to increase his combat power. It is not that Vegeta let Krillin get seriously injured to refresh his passive state, and it is not that he is completely unprepared. Here, when Cabros came through, he realized that fighting power is not lost by hiding. For example, the boxing King Tyson completely relaxed the chicken, looking harmless. But no matter how harmless it is not something that an 18-year-old 80-pound fairy can beat without weapons. The self-reaction from daily training still appeared, or it can be said to be a conditioned reflex. Vegeta's subjective complete abandonment of resistance, the strong subjective suggestion, made the body not react instinctively. Otherwise, Krillin would have been killed by Vegeta's casual blow. Host, please come forward in an orderly manner to test your combat effectiveness. Since some methods can hide combat effectiveness, please release as much combat effectiveness as possible if you are testing your combat effectiveness. It can also hide combat power. Then what is the use of this detector? Host, there are indeed ways to hide combat power, but there are very few martial artists who have mastered this technique, and in any case, the detection value of the detector is only a reference, and it is also the location information of the map. Of course, at present, most people will not hide it. The reason why I say this is that I am afraid that some masters will show too low a hidden combat power and accidentally lose the rules for advancing to the top 8. Okay, now let's start the test. Please invite our previous champion Mr. Sun Wukong to give us a sample. Sun Wukong, me. Cabros, Goku, there is no need to hide your strength. Show your true strength and let everyone see it. Sun Wukong, full strength. Sun Wukong went on stage with some doubts. Host, Mr. Sun Wukong, please start. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at the big screen. Big screen, beep beep. 50, 100, 200, 300. No way, it's over 300 and still rising. Ordinary people only have 1 or 2 points of combat power, but he has hundreds. No wonder he can destroy the entire city. This must be fake. Can the fighting power be so high? You're just getting started. When I fought against Lord Piccolo 3 years ago, my combat power was already 620 points. I'm even stronger now. You, Piccolo. Lord Piccolo. The man suddenly realized that the person next to him looked very much like Piccolo. Just as he was about to speak, he was restrained by Piccolo and unable to speak, and then he fainted. Piccolo's inner thoughts. Son Goku, I am going to kill you this time, and then conquer the world. 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000. It's over 1,000. No way, is this still a human being? 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. Amazing, it's over 3,000 points. Piccolo's inner thoughts. Very good, you are worthy of being an opponent recognized by Piccolo, the great demon king. Defeating you like this will make me feel more accomplished and will make the whole world despair. At this time, Leng Aishuang came back with a charming woman named Leng Qinkyu. Leng Aishuang, Mom, do you think son Wukong is a straight man? I am such a beautiful woman, but he doesn't know how to be gentle with me. Leng Qinkyu, are you stupid? Look at him, he is only 1.34 meters tall, obviously a child. You don't think he is born a dwarf, do you? Leng Aishuang, I forgot. I was so busy thinking about his age that I forgot he was still a child. However, his eyes and aura were so strong that you couldn't tell he was a child at all. Leng Qinkyu, of course, with 3,000 points of combat power, I couldn't imagine that there is such a powerful person in this world. Leng Aishuang, no, I must get him. Only a man like this is worthy of me, Leng Aishuang. Leng Qinkyu, daughter, don't hang yourself on a tree. I think son Wukong's friends are very powerful. Although son Wukong is strong, he is obviously not interested in women. Leng Aishuang thought of Cabros who had approached her and shook her head. His eyes seemed to want to eat her. She didn't want that kind of pervert. On the other hand, Kiki, who had not been seen for many years, also came to the martial arts conference venue. As for why, in fact, the plot happened in advance. She saw the boy she liked saving the world and knew that he would definitely attract many girls, so she had to seize the opportunity. Kai Kai looked at son Wukong on the ring. Her eyes were full of stars. She had already decided to participate in the competition, just to fight with son Wukong on the ring and then confess her love to him. For this reason, she begged her father to take her to Master Roshi to practice. This was not in the original work. Now that son Wukong was too strong, Kai Kai was afraid that she would be a hindrance, so she went to Master Roshi to practice. After Master Roshi's guidance, Kai Kai's strength has made a qualitative leap. Host, okay, our last year's champion son Wukong has finished his performance. Now we will begin the test. Please register as martial artists and come on stage in an orderly manner. As the host finished speaking, the warriors participating in the martial arts conference stepped forward one by one to be tested. Host, Moses Boxer, fighting power 3 points. So low, I remember Moses was a little famous in the boxing world. 52 wins, 32 losses, 6 draws, a very high winning rate, but he only has 3 points of fighting power. Yes, there is no harm without comparison. Now I know how strong the Monkey King who defeated Piccolo is. He has the power of 1,000 Moses combined. Are you kidding? 1,000, even 10,000 are no match for son Wukong. How can 1,000 people be the same as 3,000 combat power on one person? Didn't you see the live broadcast? The great demon King Piccolo just waved his hand and a tank was gone. The two fought and the entire dog kingdom was reduced to ruins. At that time, the combat power of the two people was only 3,002. How much is it now? I doubt whether the earth under our feet can withstand son Wukong's full-strength attack. No way can he destroy the entire planet. Stupid, the Universal Capsule Group has already announced that as long as the combat power is a few thousand points, it can destroy the entire planet. For example, the moon can be destroyed with just a few hundred points. Then son Wukong is invincible, so what is the use of the army? Can't everyone just practice martial arts? What do you think? Isn't everyone practicing martial arts now? The other person stopped talking, and Kiki also looked shocked. Kiki's inner thoughts. I didn't expect that martial artists could be so powerful and respected by so many people. I just don't know how martial artists make money. Kiki, can I ask you something? I know that martial artist is very powerful, but how do they make money? With such strong strength, are you still worried about not being able to make money? Just being a bodyguard for that rich man would earn you millions a year. With this kind of power, who would want to be a bodyguard? Just join the Martial Arts Alliance. It is said that the Martial Arts Alliance is supported by the state. The Dog King allocated 80% of the military budget to the Martial Arts Alliance. If you join the Martial Arts Alliance, you will be supported by the state. The Martial Arts Alliance, you said it was initiated by Tianlong Security Company. Did the country recognize it? and they even gave military funds. Of course, it is said that it was the will of the gods. The vice president of Tianlong Company personally talked to the Dog King. Besides, Sun Wukong is a member of Tianlong Company. The Dog King dares not to listen to Tianlong Company. Yes, with Sun Wukong in charge, the Tianlong Security Company is going to take off. Kiki's inner thoughts. Tianlong Security Company, it seems that the improvement of the status of warriors is related to it. No matter what, I must participate in the martial arts conference and become Sun Wukong's wife. Host, Mark, your combat power is 6 points. Mr. Mark is very strong. As you know, an adult holding a shotgun has a combat power of 5 points. Mr. Mark has a combat power of 6 points. He is very strong. Cabros, Mark, it's him. That's right, in the anime he killed 2 rich second-generation poachers with guns. Cabros looked towards the ring and saw a young man with an afro. He looked similar to Satan in the animation. The host continued to test and found that most of the combat power was below 5 points. Host, King Joppa, with a combat power of 85 points, is another master who actually has a combat power of dozens of points. This is the first warrior with a combat power of tens of points after Sun Wukong. Get out of the way, trash. Get out of here as soon as you're done with the test. A voice sounded, and King Joppa was about to get angry, but after seeing the other person's appearance, he dared not speak and walked away angrily. Who is he? Even King Joppa is afraid of him. You don't even know him. He is Tao Beibai, the world's #1 killer. Host, Tao Beibai, combat power 220 points. It is said that Tao Beibai is the best killer in the world. This combat power is well deserved. The host said this with cold sweat breaking out. Chapter 30, Everyone's True Combat Power. Tao Beibai glanced at Son Goku and said nothing. He knew he was no match for Son Goku, but he still challenged Tien Shinhan. Tao Beibai, Tien Shinhan, you traitor to the Tsurusen Ryo, I will kill you and wipe out the shame of the Tsurusen Ryo. Tien Shinhan, Uncle Tao Pai, you and Master are both wrong. The purpose of martial arts training is not to kill, but to protect. Besides, you are no match for me, go back. Tao Beibai, what did you say? I am no match for you, you traitor, don't you see? My fighting ability is far superior to yours. Tien Shinhan, really? Then just take a look at my fighting ability. As he said that, Tien Shinhan came on stage and started to vent his anger. Soon, everyone was looking at the number 660 on the big screen in shock. Bulma, no way. Has Tien Shinhan been hiding his strength? Cabros, this is normal. During normal sparring sessions, he would definitely use all his strength. And even now, this may not be Tien Shinhan's limit. Bulma, so what you said about the combat power being 2,200 million, is that true? Cabros, of course it's true. That's my combat power 10 times that of Kaioken. Bulma, 10x Kaioken. So are there also 20x Kaioken and 30x Kaioken? Cabros, 10x Kaioken is the limit of what my body can withstand under normal circumstances. If I use a higher power Kaioken, it will damage my body. Bulma, so what you mean is that in a life and death battle, I can use a higher multiplier of the Kaioken. Cabros nodded. Bulma, how many times? Cabros held up 2 fingers. Bulma, damn, 20 times. I was so fooled by you. I thought I already knew your strength, but I didn't expect you were so good at hiding it. Cabros smiled but didn't say anything. In fact, he spoke again. 20 times is indeed the limit of the limit, just like Sun Wukong in the original work, but he couldn't resist the cultivation method of the God realm. With the blessing of the second dimension of life, he could always cover up part of the pressure of the king fist on the body. That is to say, under the same circumstances, with the blessing of the realm, you can use a higher multiple of Kaioken or transform. Of course, the second dimension realm is still a bit low and cannot offset too much Kaioken pressure. But no matter how much it offsets, it is still offset, which means that 20 times Kaioken is not the limit of the limit. Cabros has not yet tested his ultimate limit, which is harmful to his body, so there is no need to try it casually. He knows that when he uses 10 times the King Fist, the pressure is much less than when he has not broken through. In this way, he will definitely be able to use a higher multiple of the King Fist. Hey, Tao Beibai, how come you have such strong fighting power? Tien Shinhan, I originally wanted to save my strength to fight against Son Goku, but Goku is too strong. I am definitely no match for him. But Master Tao Pai Pai, since you want to challenge me, I can get rid of you first. It can also be regarded as a warm-up for my next battle. Tao Beibai, no, I don't want to fight with you. Tao Beibai hurried downstairs. Tao Beibai, I abstain. Tao Beibai left the stage without looking back. Tien Shinhan, Uncle Tao Pai Pai, have you lost any of the spirit of a martial artist? Tao Beibai didn't reply and left. Host, player Tien Shinhan has a combat power of 660 points, which is really surprising. He is the first warrior after Son Goku, who is stronger than Piccolo 3 years ago. After Tien Shinhan left the stage, everyone started whispering. How amazing, he has 3 eyes. I knew he would be very powerful. After all, he has always been standing next to Son Goku. He must be his partner. I just didn't expect him to be so powerful. He even surpassed Piccolo 3 years ago. You didn't watch the live broadcast. He showed up during the battle against Piccolo 3 years ago. He's obviously a companion of Son Goku. King Piccolo's inner thoughts. Not bad, I didn't expect that besides Son Wukong, there are other masters among the Earthlings. However, for me, as long as Son Wukong dies, the others will not be a concern. Host, next one. I'll do it. A little girl walked up. Cabros, Kiki. Bulma, what? Kai, are you unfaithful again? Cabros, have you forgot? She is the daughter of the Bull Demon King. Bulma, I'm asking if you're being unfaithful again. He's just a child, don't do anything rash. Cabros, what are you thinking? Kai likes Wukong, not me. After hearing this, Bulma's expression instantly turned from gloomy to bright. Bulma, Son Goku's girlfriend. She has a good foundation and should be pretty when she grows up. Cabros looked at Bulma speechlessly. Is this what a woman is like? If she doesn't compete with you for a man, everything will be fine, right? I remember that Huang Rong in the Legend of the Condor Heroes was also like this. At the beginning, she was fighting with Mu Nyansai, but once she said that the person she liked was not her man, they became good sisters. Host, Kiki, combat power 105 points. Bulma, is Kai's fighting ability good? But it's not as good as mine. I'll go 2. Host, Bulma, combat power 315 points. What amazing beauties. Leng Aishuang, how come these 2 women have such high fighting power? Leng Kinkyu, I didn't expect there is such a powerful woman. I will have to strengthen my training when I go back. Host, Krillin, with a combat power of 380 points, he is worthy of being Mr. Son Wukong's junior brother, with a combat power of 380. Bulma's face darkened as she complained to Cabros. Bulma, are all you men liars? You all hide your fighting abilities. Cabros could only laugh awkwardly. Host, next one is Yamcha, who is also Son Goku's junior brother. His combat power is 540 points. Another warrior who surpasses Piccolo has appeared. Mr. Wukong's sect is really powerful. Yes, I heard that, hey. That Kiki walked towards Son Wukong and the others, they can't be in the same group. Nonsense, other than Son Wukong and his gang, is there anyone else who can have such high power? Host, Jiozi, combat power 260 points. Bulma, fortunately the improvement is not too much. If it was too much, I wouldn't be able to defeat him. Cabros, maybe Jiozi just thinks that a combat power of 250 is a bit unlucky. Bulma, what do you mean? Kai walked up to Son Wukong. Kiki, Son Wukong, long time no see. Son Wukong, are you Kiki? Since Chi-Chi's appearance has not grown up yet, Son Wukong recognized her immediately. Kiki, yes, we haven't seen each other for 3 years. See you in the ring. After saying that, Kiki left. Son Wukong, what a strange girl. Klin, she wouldn't like you, would she? Son Wukong, no words. At this time, Bick walked onto the stage under an alias. Host, the 2nd generation of demons, combat power 3100. Ah, this contestant's combat power is as high as 3100, which is higher than our son Wukong who saved the world. Piccolo, humph, not really. The real battle is, I know that Son Goku's fighting power will be further improved, and so will I. Host, it can be further improved. Piccolo did not answer the host's words, and his words just now were not a response to the host, but a response to Son Wukong. Son Wukong, here he comes. It looks like it will be a close fight. My body is already excited. At this time, the others had acquired the ability to sense chi after training in the Temple of Heaven. Krillin whispered, "He is the great demon king Piccolo. He is not dead." Tien Shinhan, "Yes, I didn't expect his fighting ability to be so high. Now, except for Goku, I'm afraid no one can be his opponent." Krillin, Cabros. Krillin was about to talk about Cabros, but was glared back by Cabros. Then, Cabros walked onto the stage and he hesitated again, wondering how much fighting power he should show. He glanced at Son Wukong and then at Piccolo. Forget about this battle, let them perform perfectly. As for the others, let's wait until their battle is over before revealing them. But in this case, Jaiozzi's special ability will be used. Cabros walks onto the ring, raising his aura. Host, Cabros, combat power 1500 points. Awesome, he is indeed Son Wukong's friend. I heard that he is also the president of Tianlong Security Company. I didn't expect him to be so powerful. No wonder he could win over someone as powerful as Son Wukong. Cabros said nothing and walked off the stage directly. Bulma, Cabros, your fighting power. Cabros grabbed Bulma and wrote on her palm. Pico is here. In this match, he and Son Goku should play to their full potential. Don't expose my strength for now. Bulma nodded. The reason why Cabros mentioned his fighting power last time was because he felt that Piccolo was still on the way. At such a long distance, even if he had super hearing, he couldn't hear what he said. Frieza headquarters. Frieza, is there still no news about the Caballos that Vegeta mentioned? Dodoria, I am incompetent and have not found any information about this person. Frieza, then you notify Vegeta and ask him to come back after completing this mission. I want him to look for this person specifically. Dodoria, yes, Lord Frieza. Chapter 31 Top 8 Battle List. Vegeta, who was fighting on a high-level planet, received Frieza's recall message and felt inexplicably irritated. At his signal, the three-man team tacitly turned off the detector. Vegeta, you all saw Frieza's recall message. Raditz, I see. By the way, Vegeta, is that Caballo's really that powerful? Vegeta, nonsense. I saw it with my own eyes and that was 3 years ago. He must be even stronger now. Vegeta's inner thoughts. I've become stronger too. I don't know exactly how strong I am, but it's definitely over 100,000. Vegeta followed Cabros's instructions and wanted to do gravity training, but he found that no one could make a gravity room, which made him very angry. But later, he found some high-gravity planets, and he consciously went to high-gravity planets for training in the gaps between missions. The effect was really good. Now he has adapted to more than 100 times the gravity, and his combat power is definitely more than 100,000. He even thinks he is not weaker than the members of the machine team. He just didn't know how much Cabros had improved. From Frieza's recall message, he could hear the other party's impatience. Perhaps the date of the decisive battle with Frieza was approaching. Vegeta, Raditz, I remember you had a younger brother who was sent to Earth. Raditz, yes, Kakarot was sent to a remote planet like Earth because his combat power was too low when he was born. Vegeta, I care about whether he can conquer the Earth. So, after this mission is completed, you go to the Earth. Raditz, going to Earth, do you want Kakarot to join us? But I'm afraid his strength is not enough. Nappa, that's right. Vegeta, Kakarot is just a low-level warrior who has not been trained yet. His fighting ability is definitely not high. However, if he transforms into a giant ape, he can also be considered a fighting force. Raditz transform into a giant ape. How could I have forgotten? Vegeta, shut up. Why are you talking so much nonsense? Just do what I say. Go to Earth and find the Universal Capsule Group in Zidu and ask them to help you find Cabros. Raditz, Caballos, is he on Earth too? Vegeta, don't blame me for not reminding you. There were more than 20 battles on Cabros 3 years ago. If you mess around on Earth, no one can save you. Raditz, I understand. I'll go after I complete this mission. It's just that this place is quite far from the Earth, so it will probably take a year. Vegeta, the longer the better. I will tell Frieza that I have found Cabrose's trace and have sent you to convey Frieza's goodwill. He paused, afraid that Raditz might not understand, and added, Vegeta, you know that Frieza wants Cabrose to work for him. You went to Earth this time to ask for his opinion. If he is willing, we can delay a little time. If he refuses, then the decisive battle between us and Frieza may have to start early. Nappa, are we really going to turn against King Frieza? Vegeta, Nappa, you know Frieza is the murderer who destroyed our Saiyan race. We didn't have the strength before, but now we may not lose to him. Of course, it's good to delay for a while. After all, I'm making progress every day. Raditz, I understand. I will try to persuade Lord Cabrose. Vegeta, watch your tone. With his strength, he may not bend down to do things for Frieza. Raditz nodded. The southern capital of the Earth, the venue for the world's #1 martial arts tournament. Host, according to our detector detection, our top 8 contestants have come out. First place, Demon II, combat power 3,100 points. Second place, Sun Wukong, combat power 3,000 points. Third place, Cabrose, combat power 1,500 points. Fourth place, Tien Shinhan, combat power 660 points. Fifth place, Yamcha, combat power 540 points. Sixth place, Klin, combat power 380 points. Seventh place, Bulma, combat power 315 points. The 8th place is Jaya-Ozi. Sorry, due to special circumstances, Mr. Jaya-Ozi withdrew from the competition early, so the 8th place will be postponed to our beautiful Kiki with 105 points. Next, we can see that the combat power of the top 8 players is much higher than that of other players. The 9th player, King Joppa, has a combat power of 85 points. Host, now I want to ask contestant Japawang, do you want to challenge contestant Kiki? To be honest, the gap between you is huge, more than 20%. I personally don't think there is much point in challenging you. King Joppa, I want to challenge her. I don't believe that a girl can have such high fighting power. Host, well, before the quarterfinals, we will arrange a battle for the top 8 spots, so that everyone can see for themselves whether our detector data is accurate or not. Miss Kiki, are you okay? Kiki, I'm fine. Sun Wukong, there is still a competition for the quota. I thought it would just start right away. Krillin, of course there is. Their fighting power is pretty close. By the way, Jaya-Ozi, why did you withdraw from the competition? Jaya-Ozi glanced at Cabrose and spoke in embarrassment. Jaya-Ozi, I suddenly don't want to play anymore. I'll just cheer for Tien. Krillin looked at Bulma and Kai, and finally at Yamcha. Krillin, I understand what you mean. The one with the same strength as you is Miss Bulma. If you fight her, you are afraid of offending Brother Cabrose, right? Hey, then who should I fight? I definitely can't beat Senior Brother Yamcha. Could it be Bulma too? Then I won't get beaten after the fight, right? Krillin looked at Cabrose with fear. Cabrose, don't worry, I won't hit you. However, you may not have the chance to fight Bulma. Kellen, what do you mean? Jaya-Ozi, well, I promised Brother Cabrose that I would help assign opponents to everyone. Krillin, then who should I hit? Cabrose, confidential. On the ring, Kiki and King Joppa got ready. King Joppa, come on attack. Kiki, you want me to make the first move? Then I won't be polite. I absolutely cannot lose this round. After saying that, Kiki launched an attack directly. King Joppa, so fast, look at my 8-handed punch. Kiki, afterimage fist. King Joppa laughed when he saw Kiki attacking him foolishly. King Joppa, ahahaha, a little girl is just a little girl. So what if she has so much power? Her attack method is too simple. Go to hell. In King Joppa's eyes, Kiki's defenses were opened, and he used his 8-handed fist to hit Kiki's chest madly. Oh no, Miss Kiki is in trouble, an audience member exclaimed. Sun Wukong watched this scene calmly, with a smile on his face. Sun Wukong, Kai is going to win. Krillin, yes, that's the afterimage fist. Could it be that she is also from the Kame Senryu style? Yamcha, Kai's father is Senior Brother Bull Demon King, and Senior Brother Bull Demon King's master is Master Roshi. Krillin, it really is from the Senin school. Kai Kai is from the same school as us, no wonder. Sure enough, before the discussion among the few people had even ended, King Gappa noticed something was wrong. No, it's an afterimage. At this time, Kiki appeared behind King Joppa and kicked him off the ring. Host, contestant Japawang fell out of the ring. Now, I announce that contestant Kiki has won the spot in the top 8. King Joppa shook his head and stood up. King Joppa, you are really amazing. You can't tell which is the afterimage fist. I don't know what your relationship is with the martial arts god, Master Turtle. Kiki, my father is the Bull Demon King, and he is the apprentice of Master Roshi. King Gappa, no wonder the others are also related to Master Roshi. You guys are really amazing. I am out of date. From now on, I will never participate in martial arts tournaments again. Cabros, Mr. King Gappa, I would like to invite you to join my Tianlong security company. King Gappa, you are Mr. Cabros, right? 1500 combat power, I can't believe that's the power a human can have. You want me to join your company, I can agree. But I want to know why you would invite me, a person with less than combat power, to join. Cabros, actually, Mr. King Gappa, you are very strong and talented, but your previous training method was problematic, which caused your current strength to lag far behind the new generation of Z fighters. I think if you use our Tianlong company's training method, your combat effectiveness should be improved quickly, and I need more powerful fighters. King Joppa, I understand, I agree. Host, the top 8 places have been confirmed. Now let's draw lots for the one-on-one duels. Sun Wukong walked up and drew number 2, and Kiki drew number. Klin drew number 3, and Piccolo drew number 4. Yamcha drew number 5, and Tien Shinhan drew number 6. Cabros drew number 7, and Bulma drew number 8. This battle order was arranged by Cabros, and Jaiozzi used his superpowers to control it. Chapter 32, Son Goku vs Piccolo. Host, the first game begins. Please welcome our previous champion Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong came out and bowed to the audience. Host, it can be seen that our contestant Sun Wukong is very humble. Now, please welcome our contestant Kiki. Kiki walked onto the ring. Host, the game begins. Kiki, Sun Wukong, do you still remember what you promised me 3 years ago? Sun Wukong, what? Sun Wukong scratched his head, looking like he couldn't remember. Kiki, Sun Wukong, I will beat you to death. Kiki thought Sun Wukong was playing dumb, so she rushed up to him and started fighting him. Sun Wukong then backed away, dodging. Sun Wukong, hey, why do you just hit me when I say so? Kiki, I'll make you forget it, I'll make you forget it. I'll beat that heartless man to death. Sun Wukong, what unfaithful man. Kiki, what are you talking about? Kiki, you ungrateful man, beat me first. Sun Wukong, beating you, that's easy. As he spoke, Sun Wukong waved his hand, sent out a gust of wind, and blew Kiki off the stage. Host out of bounds, Sun Wukong wins. Sun Wukong walked up to Kiki in the audience and stretched out his hand to her. Kiki snorted, but still stretched out her hand. Sun Wukong, Kiki, tell me, what should I promise you? When Kiki saw Sun Wukong like this, she realized that Sun Wukong had really forgotten. She couldn't help but feel a little annoyed again, so she reached out and pinched the soft flesh on Sun Wukong's waist. Kiki, I don't know. Didn't you promise me that you would marry me when you grow up? Sun Wukong, Sun Wukong thought about it and realized that this was indeed the case. Sun Wukong, is my wife edible? Everyone almost fell down. Kai Kai, Wukong, you are so mean, pretending you don't know. As he spoke, he pulled his arm and walked in front of Cabros and others in the audience. Sun Wukong, Kiki said she wanted to be my wife. What is a wife? Can I eat her? Cabros, Wukong, I remember you promised Kai Kai to marry her. Then you don't need to ask why. Anyway, you just need to know that it's a good thing. Sun Wukong, that's good. Cabros, but you are still young. You can get engaged first and then get married after 3 years. Kiki glanced at Sun Wukong, who was not much taller than her, and nodded. At this time, Leng Aishuang in the distance had an unpleasant expression on his face. Leng Aishuang, bastard, you are Cabulos, right? In order to get me, you actually found a marriage for Sun Wukong, but I will never marry you. Even if you have 1500 combat power, what does it matter? You will never be as good as Sun Wukong. As she said this, she was about to come over to find Sun Wukong, but was captured by a shocking, murderous intent. She looked in the direction of the source of the murderous intent and found that it was actually the second generation of the demon. Piccolo, if you dare to waste Son Goku's time, I will kill you. Lang Aishuang was sweating profusely and dared not move. Cabros, by the way, Goku, the next match will be between you and Piccolo. Do you have me? Sun Wukong, Piccolo is very strong. You don't know until you fight him. Cabros, then come on. If you lose, hee. Sun Wukong, don't worry, I won't lose. Host, now let's start the second game, Krillin versus Demon II. Please invite both players to come on stage. Krillin, I give up. Host, Klin admits defeat, and the second generation of Magic player wins. Magic II, a smart choice. What's going on? Why did you admit defeat without even fighting? Maybe he knows he can't win? The second generation of demons is so strong, with a combat power of 3100. I'm afraid only Sun Wukong can fight against him. You can't just give up without a fight. Refund. Sun Wukong, here I come. Sun Wukong comes on stage. Krillin, Goku, come on, you must win. Sun Wukong nodded. Piccolo, have you said your final goodbye? Then let's get started. I will kill you, and then I will conquer the world. Sun Wukong, come on, I'm already excited all over. The two looked at each other and attacked at the same time. Bang, the two's hands and feet collided, and the huge air wave forced the audience to retreat continuously. Many people left the martial arts conference. Lang Aishuang also took the opportunity to get rid of the body that was captured by Piccolo and left with the crowd. What's going on? I bought a ticket and I want to go in. Let's run, these two are too powerful. Run, I'm here to watch the game. How can I watch it if I run? The Universal Capsule Group has broadcast the game to a screen 30 kilometers away. Where can we watch it? Yes, it's too dangerous here. The words asking the audience to leave were said by people arranged in advance by Cabros. Seeing people who had no ability to protect themselves moving away from the ring, Cabros spoke. Cabros, Sun Wukong, the audience has left, you can go all out now. Host, you come here to commentate. Host, okay. Sun Wukong, thank you, Cabulos. Piccolo, is everyone gone? Then I can let go. Sun Wukong, it seems that you are not that bad. Piccolo's face turned red. Asshole, stop talking nonsense and do it quickly. Sun Wukong, okay, here I come. The two men fought again, and this time, the aftermath was even more powerful, and the entire ground was shaking. The aftermath of each fight seemed to destroy Nandu. Seeing this, Cabros frowned. Take my move. Piccolo gathered a huge wave and hit Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong was naturally not afraid, but thinking that the audience had left, he was not stupid and naturally would not take this move head-on, so this move hit the ground directly. A huge explosion sounded, directly destroying the entire Nandu. Cabros and others flew up. Yamcha was pulling Master Roshi, and Bulma was pulling Kai Kai. Klin, no way, the whole south is gone. Cabros, what is Nandu? If two people join forces, the entire earth will be destroyed. Klin, no way. Cabros, so you think the data I asked Bulma to release are false? If your combat power exceeds 10,000 points, destroying the earth is a matter of whether you want it or not. Krillin, how terrifying. Bulma, Cabros, Kai Kai can't fly, what should I do? Cabros, then you teach her. She is a disciple of Kame Senryu and a fast learner. Bulma immediately started communicating with Kai Kai. Master Roshi, what about me? I can't fly either. Cabros, Yamcha, Master Roshi. Yamcha nodded and began to teach Master Kame. Cabros turned around and continued to watch the fierce fight between the two. At this time, the host, grabbed by the Tianjin side, took the microphone and spoke. Host, look, everyone, the fight between Sun Wukong and the second generation of demons has become fierce. The two are punching and kicking. Neither of them is willing to give in. Oops, Sun Wukong was kicked by the second generation of demons. Well, Sun Wukong punched the second generation of demons in return. Cabros, that's right. During the battle, both of them's combat power increased to 4,800, close to 5,000. Host, yes, yes, yes. Look at their combat power, it has increased to nearly 5,000. That's amazing. 30 kilometers away, the audience stared at the screen closely. This direction was right behind Cabros and the others. Otherwise, 30 kilometers would be nothing to Son Wukong and Piccolo. This place would have disappeared long ago. It's amazing. I can only see the afterimage. Yes, if it weren't for the huge vibration, I would have thought it was a special effect synthesis and fake. Mark, how could this happen? How could they be so strong? Is my boxing fake? No, I must know the truth. I want to expose them. However, to expose them, I must first join them. Mark, who will be Satan in the future, swore secretly, but he decided to join this time and join the Tianlong Security Company in Cabros. Perhaps, in the original Cell War, Satan also thought about joining, but he had no way to join. This is the original venue of the martial arts tournament. Son Wukong and the second generation of demons continued to fight, and both of them were already covered in wounds and out of breath. Son Wukong, Piccolo, you look like you're almost done. Piccolo, Son Goku, I will definitely make you fall first so that I can win this game. Then, it will be the day when I, the great demon King Piccolo, conquer the world. Son Wukong, it's not that easy to defeat me, but we've both consumed a lot of energy. Come, let's decide the outcome with one blow. Piccolo, come on, magic flash. Son Goku, Super Kamehameha wave. As the two launched their final moves, the two major light waves collided, causing huge damage to Nandu. Cabros's heart, Nandu seems to be ruined. It seems that I have miscalculated. I thought it would be a battle of equal strength according to the original story, but I didn't expect that because the fighting power of the two people was strengthened, the fighting power would become so great. This is a mistake, and I will try not to make it again in the future. However, since Nandu has been destroyed, I will rebuild Nandu myself. It just so happens that Nandu can be made into a martial arts holy land. In addition, he thought of the beautiful Leng Aishuang, and his heart was suddenly touched. Hee, why didn't I think of it? Since there are so many beauties in the Dragon Ball world, why not make good use of them and make movies for yourself? In addition to being able to appreciate the movies, they can also provide fun when the Omni King with a child's IQ is boring. Perhaps these movies and games can buy him some development time from the Omni King. Chapter 33, Basic Combat Power of 10,000 is achieved. After the explosion, several people came to the scene and found that Son Wukong and Piccolo were both injured. Seeing this, the host hurriedly started the countdown. In the end, it was Son Wukong who stood up with his unyielding willpower. Host, in this game, Son Wukong wins. Cabros gave Son Wukong a magic bean, and Son Wukong immediately became full of energy. Son Wukong, can you give me another magic bean? Cabros knew what Son Wukong meant and gave him another Senzu bean. Son Wukong gave the Senzu bean to Piccolo. After Piccolo recovered, he made some harsh words and flew away just like in the original story. Host, he, is it the great demon King Piccolo? 30 kilometers away, the audience was also very shocked. Host, Mr. Son Wukong, can I ask you why you let Piccolo go? Son Wukong, Piccolo is no longer the great devil Piccolo of the past. He is not that bad anymore. Moreover, with him urging me on, I will practice harder. Host, that's right. The host didn't say anything, but the people watching the live broadcast outside were in chaos. What's going on? Why did Son Goku let Piccolo go? Yes, they are not in the same group. They are directing and acting in this drama, and then deliberately improving the status of warriors. Yes, I think so. They are in the same group. I never expected that. I thought Son Wukong was a hero who saved the world, but I didn't expect that he was actually an accomplice of the devil. Sure enough, there is no shortage of argumentative people in any world, nor is there a shortage of conspirators who use public opinion. It's just a pity that this is the world of Dragon Ball. Here, power is everything. Public opinion, go and use public opinion to ask King Frieza. He will definitely give him a planet exploding and genocide package. At this time, the Comet controller arranged by Cabros appeared again. Haha, you bunch of idiots, even if they are in the same group, so what? They have 3,000 combat power points, how about you? 1 point or 2 points. They act for you because they respect you. If they don't act for you, you won't even know how you died. That's right, I'm so strong. Is it a waste of time to act with trash like you? Yes, I think that son Wukong wants to use Piccolo to motivate himself to improve. As for why, it must be to improve his strength in order to deal with the threat from the universe. That's right, the enemies of the universe are the real enemies. No matter how bad Piccolo is, he is still an Earthling. Besides, didn't Son Goku say that Piccolo has become a good person now? Some people are not convinced. You said he would become better, but he killed so many people. Didn't the people he killed come back to life? Resurrection. All good people are resurrected. Why, you want to revive the bad guys too? Bad guys should also be brought to justice. Sorry, from now on the Martial Arts Alliance will be the largest trial body. My grass. You idiot, you have no strength, and you still talk nonsense. Aren't you afraid that your volcano will erupt at night? The man was scared and left in shame. Son Wukong, shall we continue the competition? Cabros, forget it, the venue is gone. And the destruction is so great that there will be no audience. Bulma, Cabros, you said we would get married after this martial arts tournament. You can't go back on your word. Cabros, of course not. Well, everyone, Bulma and I will be getting married in a month. Everyone is welcome to attend our wedding. Kiki, really? Congratulations. Wukong and I will definitely be there on time. Krillin, Yamcha, and others also said they would definitely go. A month later, on a luxury cruise ship, Cabros and Bulma held their wedding. As for Keisha, she still didn't come. It is said that the captain of the Galactic Patrol A-Team, Myers, discovered the truth about the withering of the planet, which was the spirit book fruit that Cabros mentioned. His mastermind was actually a Saiyan, and this time, it was the Galactic Patrol who went to encircle and suppress the opponent, and Keisha couldn't get away. Cabros also told her that when she has time to come to Earth, he will hold a wedding with her. Although the wedding was grand, it was just for fun, and there was no bloody wedding robbery ceremony. Also, with Cabros's temper, if someone disagreed, he would probably send that person to see the god of hell as soon as he opened his mouth. After the wedding, Krillin asked Goku and Kai when they would get married. Bulma said he was too impatient and should at least wait until they grow up. In this way, Goku got engaged in front of everyone and agreed to get married when they grow up. Kai was very happy because everyone witnessed it. Cabros also pointed out that Son Wukong had reached the age of puberty, and he would grow up in 1 year at least, and 3 years at most. Because Cabros was also a Saiyan, everyone believed him, and Kai was very happy to hear that. Although Son Wukong looked confused, he still agreed. After the ceremony, Cabros carried Bulma into the bridal chamber. Bulma, Cabros, I've been waiting for this moment for 5 years, and now it's finally here. Cabros, come on. A night of love is worth 1,000 gold. I have liked you for a long time. As he said that, Cabros pounced on him, 3 words omitted. After a night of romance, Cabros continued to train in the gravity room. He didn't know if it was because of his change in mentality after getting married, but he felt that his heart was much calmer and he was more integrated into this world. Therefore, his training speed was faster. Training under 600 times gravity was very fast, but Cabros was not satisfied. In his free time during training, he found Bulma and asked if there was any way to increase the gravity of the room. Bulma also suggested several very rare metals. Cabros first thought of the Galactic Patrol headquarters, but he was not their man. The materials he took last time were paid by Kesha. The materials this time were rare materials in the entire universe. It was a bit embarrassing to let Kesha pay again. After all, the two were not married yet, and it was not a good idea to let a woman pay all the time. After much thought, I realized that apart from the Galactic Patrol headquarters, the richest place was the Frieza Corps headquarters. Since I was a Saiyan and Frieza was a mortal enemy, it shouldn't be a problem to get some of his resources and materials after I defeated him. So I decided to go to the warehouse at Frieza's headquarters after defeating Frieza. Of course, if I became strong enough in the future, I would also go to the treasure house of Friez's father, King Cold. In 600 times gravity, wearing a 300 kg gravity suit, Cabros practiced for 10 months in a row, and finally, his combat power reached the basic 300 million required for Super Saiyan transformation. As for why it took 10 months, one is because the closer to the limit of Saiyan, the slower the combat power increases, and the other is because Bulma was pregnant with a boy. Bulma suggested to name him Trunks, but Cabros was surprised and objected because he felt that only Bulma and Vegeta's son was named Trunks, and it was not good to name his own son this name. But there was no way to tell Bulma this reason, and in the end, Cabros didn't win over Bulma and directly named him Trunks. This time, Trunks was born more than 10 years earlier and was directly older than Lunch. Here, Trunks was born in March of 754 AKI, and the Third World Martial Arts Tournament was held in May of 753 AKI. 1 month later, when Trunks was 1 month old, Cabros started training again. After a month of relaxation, he felt that his heart was more peaceful. Of course, the relaxation here does not mean not training at all, but the relaxation that Son Goku and Son Gohan had during the Cell Games, training for 3 days and resting for 3 days in those 10 days. Battle power check, beep beep, 302 million. Sure enough, Cabulos's guess was correct. After the combat power reaches the limit of the race, the strength will increase very slowly. Therefore, the idea that improving the basic strength can defeat the Super Saiyan is basically impossible. Because if you don't transform into a higher realm and reach the limit of the race, you would have improved your combat power by millions in a year. If you don't become a Super Saiyan, you can only improve your combat power by 100,000 or 200,000 a year. It can even be said that if you break through and transform into a Super Saiyan, you can improve your basic combat power by millions a year. If you can become a Super Saiyan at full power, you can improve your basic combat power by 700,000 to 800,000 a year. If you can become a Super Saiyan II, you can improve your basic combat power by more than 10 million a year. Once you get stuck and don't improve your realm, the speed of improving your combat power will directly become 1/10 of the original, not to mention that after the breakthrough, there will be a faster training speed. That is to say, if a Saiyan does not transform into a Super Saiyan, then even in 10 or 20 years, you will not be able to increase your basic combat power from 300 million to 1,000 million. Even 1,000 million is something you can only achieve if you work hard enough. After the transformation, the combat power can be increased to million in 2 or 3 years. This is why you must transform. The transformation of a Saiyan is like the foundation building, Dan formation, and Yuanying in the world of cultivation. It is a higher realm. If you don't break through a higher realm, do you want to learn the Chi training layer? Impossible. That's just a joke. Cabros doesn't believe it. It is absolutely impossible for primitive gypsies holding spears to defeat the modern 5 permanent members of the army with aircraft carriers, intercontinental missiles, and nuclear bombs. No matter how many people there are, it will be useless. Chapter 34 Self-hypnosis. Transform into a Super Saiyan. Part. After seeing the data from 1 month of training, Cabros realized that he had to find a way to break through to Super Saiyan. The correct answer was to continue training after the breakthrough. Otherwise, further training would be a waste of time. Cabros knew that the conditions for transforming into a Super Saiyan were 300 million basic combat power and anger. Now that he had reached that level of combat power, as for anger, well, this was not too easy for a film screenwriter in his previous life. Many times when he was writing scripts, he put himself in the protagonist's situation, cried for the protagonist, laughed for the protagonist, went crazy for the protagonist, and spoke up for the protagonist. Especially after some female-oriented articles became popular, Yi Feng really felt what it was like to be aggrieved. The protagonist's incompetence made him feel painful. Although he wanted to see the final revenge moment, he knew that the ending of female-oriented articles would never be painful. Those regretful articles made Yi Feng feel that the protagonist was brain-dead, a complete loser, a coward, and not a man. Okay, most of the writers of female-oriented articles are indeed not men. But the problem is that it became popular and was made into a TV series. Of course, there are some people who want ordinary people to see it and want ordinary people to be sheep. They want ordinary people to have grievances, but not go to extremes, but instead be fooled by the so-called program that they can modify and use the rules at will. I can't say more. It's not good to say too much. Some things are understood by those who understand. Now, for cabros, the biggest role of female-oriented articles is to let Yifeng know that there are so many illogical people who are wrongly accused. The method of framing people makes Yifeng understand that there are so many unreasonable people, so many people who can't use their mouths to reason. In the past, he also liked to convince people with reason, but when he saw the bastard logic of female-oriented articles that ignored the facts, he just wanted to kill them all and make himself quiet. This emotion should be the anger towards those ungrateful people in female-oriented articles. In addition, there is also the anger towards the female protagonists themselves for not fighting back, which is also a kind of anger. Come on, let's create a plot like this. Cabulos recalled a female novel that Yifeng had read in his previous life and began to meditate and hypnotize himself. Meditation story: Yifeng traveled through time and became the good old saint of Kanglin sect, a top sect in the world of cultivation. This saint is also called Yifeng, but he is indecisive and lacks love. He believes that if he treats others well, he will definitely be able to get others' goodness. So he helps the disciples of the entire sect regardless of the cost, and even some elders of the sect. His master also relied on him to break through the God transformation stage, and he, at the age of only 30, has reached the perfection of the fusion stage, and is about to cross the heavenly tribulation and achieve the great power of the crossing tribulation stage. It can be said that there is no crossing tribulation stage in the entire Kanglin sect, or even the entire Kanglin continent, because in the last battle between immortals and demons, all the crossing tribulation stages participated in the battle. Because of the outbreak of cultivation, they were discovered by the upper realm and could only stay in the world of cultivation for 50 years, so they were forced to ascend. And now, it has been 50 years since the battle between immortals and demons, and the last crossing tribulation stage has ascended to the immortal world. Now, Yifeng can be said to be the strongest in the entire world of cultivation. However, he, the strongest man in the world of cultivation, not only failed to pass the tribulation because of the betrayal of his master, senior sister, and junior sister, but was also falsely accused of colluding with the devil and intending to overthrow the Kanglin sect. Are you kidding? If Yifeng wants to overthrow the Kanglin sect, he doesn't need to collude with anyone. He can do it by himself. This extremely simple proof, however, could not be expressed in the mouth of the original male protagonist Yifeng. The original male protagonist would never believe until his death that his most trusted master, senior sister, and junior sister would betray him because of a word from a junior brother who had just started practicing qi for 3 months, and would tear his tendons and bones apart just to please the sissy junior brother who could only pretend to be pitiful. Do women like sissy boys? Strange, if this is true, then he would kill all women over 3 years old and then conduct a new brainwashing education for women under 3 years old. If there are still people who like sissy boys after 20 years, then kill them again. Education can change everything. Yifeng firmly believes this. Now, Yifeng has traveled through the female channel and has become Yifeng, who is about to pass the heavenly tribulation. It was on this day that the junior brother falsely accused him of colluding with the devil in order to prevent him from passing the heavenly tribulation. Because after passing the heavenly tribulation, it is equivalent to being recognized by the upper realm, and the heavenly way can no longer restrain him, and the female channel heavenly way cannot defy the heavenly way and the rules of the upper realm. In other words, once Yifeng successfully passes the tribulation, then Yifeng will have the aura of the immortal, and then this thief chosen by the female channel heavenly way will not be able to affect him and the people around him. The immortal aura can restore the thinking of the entire Kanglin sect to normal people, no longer become love-brained and ungrateful, understand interests and sincerity, and will not be blinded by the heavenly way. Therefore, today, the junior brother Ling Tien took action. he entangled Yi Feng's master, senior sister, and junior sister to come to his retreat to force him to come out and explain the collusion with the devil. Haha! In the original work, Yi Feng, who was in retreat to break through the tribulation period, actually forcibly interrupted the tribulation and went out to explain. What a fool. He interrupted the tribulation forcibly, which was equivalent to cutting off his own path to immortality. This was also the beginning of his death due to being framed by these ungrateful people. If he had not interrupted the tribulation, but successfully passed the tribulation and entered the tribulation period, then even if junior brother Ling Tian was jumping around and everyone wanted to harm Yi Feng, they would not succeed. Because Yi Feng successfully passed the tribulation, he had been labeled by the upper realm and was no longer under the jurisdiction of the heaven in this cultivation world. Yi Feng, please come out. We know you are going through the tribulation, but you can go through the tribulation at any time. But if you don't explain clearly why you colluded with the devil, are you worthy of the training of the Qi sect? Are you worthy of the trust of your master and senior sisters? Ling Tian shouted like this and actually said that he could overcome any tribulation. It was really a joke, but those masters, senior sisters, and junior sisters actually believed it. Yi Feng, get out here right now. We gave you a chance to explain because you've been so kind to everyone. But now instead of explaining, you're only concerned about breaking through the tribulation period. Are you a human being? Are you worthy of our trust in you? Yi Feng's senior sister Liu Ruyan said. Xiao Feng, listen to your master. Come out first and explain to everyone. As long as you can prove that you have not colluded with the evil ways, I will personally protect you and allow you to enter the tribulation period again. Master Leng Yanren said. Senior brother Yi Feng, please come out soon. If you don't come out, master and senior sister will be angry. Is it so important to break into the tribulation period? It is more important than the trust of master, senior sister, and me. What Ling Tian said is right. You have changed, you have colluded, you have been bewitched by the people of the demonic path, otherwise you would not care about our opinions. Junior sister Han Zioyan said. At this time, Yi Feng in the enchantment had been replaced by Yi Feng who had traveled through time. He listened to these family members who had once trusted him the most, even loved him with all their heart and soul, and had given him everything, protecting outsiders and talking nonsense, and his heart was burning with anger. Damn, is this human language? What do you mean by overcoming the tribulation is not as important as your trust? You think that overcoming the tribulation is like eating and drinking water, and you can stop at any time, right? Thinking of these ungrateful wolves joining forces with the female protagonist Ling Tian to steal his spiritual roots and cultivation, it was simply shameless. If it weren't for him, these masters, senior sisters, and junior sisters would have been killed and robbed of their treasures in this cannibalistic world of cultivation. If it was the wronged Yi Feng in the original novel, he would probably go out, but he would not. Instead, he directly added a soundproof barrier. Finally, he used his strongest means to set up the strongest defensive barrier. In the original novel, those ungrateful people finally broke into the barrier when they saw that Yi Feng could not be persuaded. They were almost killed by the self-counterattack of the barrier. Yi Feng was afraid that they would die, so he forcibly interrupted the tribulation. These people really took advantage of the kindness of Yi Feng in the original novel. Let's call it kindness. Anyway, in the eyes of Yi Feng now, his kindness is a kind of brain dead. If you are rich, you should help the world, and if you are poor, you should take care of yourself. If you can't protect yourself and don't love yourself, you still want others to love you. Are you kidding? This male protagonist in the female frequency is a complete coward. Sure enough, seeing that Yi Feng had not come out for a long time, Ling Tian began to propose to attack the protective barrier. At first, Master Leng Yanren was reluctant, but after a few words of Ling Tian's persuasion, saying that Yi Feng must have secretly hidden a demon, so he did not dare to open the barrier, several people believed it and began to attack the barrier. It was ridiculous that the barrier set up by a powerful person in the fusion realm could not be broken by a group of small karami of the transformation of spirit, yuanying, jiden, and training of qi. Soon, several people were seriously injured by the autonomous counterattack of the barrier. At this time, several people became more noisy. They began to scold Yi Feng for being unfilial and ignoring the life and death of Master Leng Yanren. The master was almost killed by the backlash of the barrier, but he did not know to remove the barrier. Yifeng didn't care about these things and was determined to reach the crossing tribulation stage. Not only did he want to avenge these ungrateful people, but when he was strong enough, he would definitely destroy the heavenly Tao of this female world. The heavenly Tao's forced interference in human cognition was simply an insult to the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors, the great powers of the human race. If it really alarmed those mythical Daluo who existed outside the world, these female heavenly Taos would definitely be forcibly wiped out. Yifeng could not hear the constant yelling outside. He concentrated on breaking through, and sure enough, as expected, he succeeded, successfully breaking through to the tribulation stage. The heavenly tribulation descended, and he swore in his heart that once he passed the heavenly tribulation, it would be the beginning of all reckoning. Chapter 35, Self-hypnosis, Transform into a Super Saiyan. Part. Tien, who was outside, saw the heavenly calamity coming down and his face turned pale. He knew that his chances were running out. Tien, Master, Yifeng is about to succeed in overcoming the tribulation. Once he succeeds, no one will be able to cure him. Yanren, Yifeng, I will give you one last chance. If you still recognize me as your master, stop your tribulation immediately. At this time, Yifeng's voice came. Are you stupid? You have already started to transcend the tribulation. Is it possible to stop it? Yanren blushed and continued. Fenger, as long as you give up your cultivation, the heavenly tribulation will not fall if it cannot find its target. Yifeng, get lost, you bunch of untamed sheep-wolves. I am trying to overcome the calamity and become an immortal, but you want me to give up my cultivation. Why don't you give up your own cultivation? Yanren, Fenger, your master asked you to give up your cultivation just to prove your innocence and get rid of the suspicion of colluding with the devil. Liu Ruyan, junior brother, master is right, you should quickly give up your cultivation, otherwise it will be too late. Yifeng, it's too late. How can it be too late? It's because you can't afford to live. Han Xiao, brother Yifeng, how can you say that about master and sister? They are all doing this for your own good. Yifeng, it's for my own good, how come I didn't see it? Tien, brother Yi, master and the other sisters only want you to prove your innocence. You must know that colluding with the evil ways is a grave crime. They are willing to give you a chance, you cannot let them down. Yifeng, ha ha ha, let me prove my innocence. It has always been the case that whoever reports the case must provide evidence. How can I prove my innocence? If someone says that you are colluding with the devil, he must prove his innocence. Then I will say that you, Tien, are colluding with the devil. You must prove your innocence for me. Yanren, Fenger, why do you say that about Tianer? How can a mere Qigong practitioner like him collude with the devil? Liu Ruyan, that's right. Junior brother, Tien is only at the Qi training stage. How can he collude with the demonic path? How can the demonic path be interested in a mere Qi training stage like him? He is of no value to the demonic path at all. Yifeng, how is it worthless? If I gain your trust and accuse me of colluding with the devil, and make me abandon my cultivation and interrupt my tribulation, then the entire Kanglin sect and the entire righteous path will lose a peak fusion powerhouse and a tribulation powerhouse, which is not a good thing for the devil. After hearing this, Yanren's face changed, and she regained some of her consciousness. Yanren, what your senior brother Yi said is the truth. Do you want my Kanglin sect to lose a peak fusion expert and a tribulation expert so that the demons can take advantage of the situation? Tian's mind, damn, how come Yifeng suddenly has a brain? Doesn't he always bother to explain? He can only say stupidly that I am not wrong, I am a wish, and the innocent are innocent. But what's going on? How come he suddenly has a brain? His words are very logical. If I don't give a good answer, I will be the one colluding with the devil. Liu Ruyan and Han Xiao also began to understand. They looked at Tien and pressed him. Junior brother, tell me the truth. Is what senior brother Yi said true? Tien, slander, this is slander. Yifeng is just stalling for time. Yanren, delay time, Fenger. We will definitely investigate thoroughly the matter of you reporting Tianer. But now, you have to destroy your own cultivation first. Yifeng, why should I give up my own cultivation? Lang Yanren, of course. Ling Tian, of course, after you survive the heavenly tribulation and break through the tribulation period, you will be invincible. At that time, even if you collude with the devil, the sect will not be able to do anything to you. Yifeng, Master, do you think so too? Lang Yanren, that's what I mean. You can't break through the tribulation stage yet. Liu Ruyan, junior brother, just listen to Master. With your aptitude, you can break through the tribulation stage at any time. Why do you insist on breaking through now? Aren't you admitting to colluding with the devil in disguise? Yifeng, did you get kicked in the head by a donkey? I broke through the tribulation stage by colluding with the demonic path. Han Xiao, you can avoid judgment if you break through the tribulation. Why would you avoid judgment if you haven't colluded with the devil? Yifeng, crossing the tribulation, do you think you are eating and drinking water? You just listen to what I say, and with my qualifications, I can break through the tribulation at any time. Why don't you say that I can become an immortal as long as I want? Liu Ruyan, don't think I don't know you. As a senior sister, you are not as good as me in every way. You have long disliked me. Although I have helped you a lot, even if I didn't help you, you are just a little garbage in the foundation building period. However, great favors are great hatreds. You want me to abandon my cultivation and then belittle me to regain the reputation of the senior sister. Do you really think I don't know what you think? Wide-eyed wolf. And you, Han Xiao, if it weren't for me, you could break through the golden elixir and comprehend the sword intent. You are just a chores that is not as good as the outer disciples of Kanglin's sect. If I didn't feel sorry for you, you would have been bullied to death by the outer disciples. Master, don't pretend to be innocent. As a master, you want to convict me and let me abandon my cultivation just based on a word from a little disciple. You think it's so beautiful. I don't know, right? You just think that I am too strong and have stolen your limelight as a master. You even think that I am the eldest brother and that for the sake of harmony in the sect, I should just bear with it a little. As the saying goes, only those who wrong you know how wronged you are. In your heart, you all know that I am wronged, but you are reluctant to give up my goodness and are afraid that I will be too strong and out of control. That's right, you just want to control me and treat me as a slave who contributes everything to you. In your heart, my talents and the resources I have robbed should be contributed to you unconditionally, and then I will kowtow to you and ask you, Queen, are the resources enough today? Do you want me to go to the demon realm to rob some more? You just want to get my goodness, and you want me to kneel down and sing conquer and treat you as the master. Do you think this is possible? You bunch of ungrateful wolves, just a word from Ling Tian made me interrupt my tribulation and abandon my cultivation. You all have your own private messages, isn't it? Liu Ruyan, that's not the case. That's not the case. Lang Yanren, Fenger, stop talking. Han Xiao, senior brother, I don't mean that. I just want you to stop being so arrogant. I'm afraid I can't reach you. Ling Tian, big brother, don't waste any more time. Destroy your cultivation immediately, otherwise. Yifeng, what else? Ha 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 ha, what else? I tell you, Ling Tian, it's all over. I have completed my tribulation, and now it's time to reveal the truth. Ling Tian, what? You have completed your tribulation. Yifeng, of course. Why do you think I am talking so much nonsense with you? Lang Yanren, Liu Ruyan, Han Xiao, listen carefully. I will tell you the truth now. The person who colluded with the devil is Ling Tian, and he has a residual soul of a giant evildoer in the tribulation crossing stage hidden in his body. He tried every means to destroy my tribulation crossing, because once I become a tribulation crossing stage, the residual soul of the tribulation crossing stage that he relies on will no longer be invincible in the world, and he will not be able to do whatever he wants. Ling Tian looked panicked. Master, don't listen to what my brother said. I don't have Sidu Qing, the supreme elder of the devil sect, in my mind. I am wronged. Ah, Yifeng, you have affected my mind, you bastard. Lang Yanren, that's enough. We didn't know yet that he had affected your mind, but Tianer, you have disappointed your master so much. You actually colluded with the evil ways. Lang Yanren and Han Xiao did not dare to speak for Ling Tian at this time, because they knew that they could have selfish motives and frame the senior brother, but they could never really collude with the devil. Good and evil are in opposition and fight for life. If anyone colludes with the devil, everyone can kill him. This is also the reason why several people used collusion with the devil to frame Yi Feng for abandoning his cultivation. Leng Yanren, Fenger, I know we framed you, but you shouldn't have used the protective barrier to seriously injure me. Now that we are all wrong, let's call it even. Come back. Yi Feng, what? I don't need to give up my cultivation. Leng Yanren, not for now, this is just a misunderstanding. But you have broken through the tribulation stage this time and are now invincible. I'm afraid the demonic path will become desperate, so you should seal half of your cultivation first. Yi Feng, I don't know what you are talking about. Is there something wrong with your brain? Why should I seal my cultivation instead of destroying it? Leng Yanren, just like you said, you are too strong. Kanglin sect only knows you as the senior brother, and even me, the master and sect leader, doesn't know you. Yi Feng, according to my self-proclaimed cultivation level master, can you deal with the remnant soul in the tribulation period in Ling Tian's mind? Leng Yanren was so blocked that she was speechless. Leng Yanren, Fenger, I know you are gifted. Even if you only seal half of your cultivation, you can still defeat that evil monster. Yi Feng, but if I seal only half of my power, even if I can win, I will be seriously injured. Leng Yanren, really? That's great. No, I mean, if you are seriously injured, I will definitely take out the best elixir from Kanglin's sect to heal you. Yi Feng, okay, I know exactly what's going on with you female fans. It's disgusting, I don't want to play this anymore, let's end it all. Chapter 36 Self-hypnosis, Transform into a Super Saiyan. Part, Leng Yanren, what do you mean? Yi Feng, just now, I delayed time and survived the thunder tribulation. Now, I delayed time and recovered from the injuries during the tribulation. What I didn't expect was that not only are you ungrateful wolves stupid, but Ling Taixu, the supreme elder of the Desire Demon sect in Ling Tian's mind, is also so stupid that he actually let me delay time. Ling Taixu, oh no, Tianer, let's go. As he spoke, Ling Taixu rushed out of Ling Tian's mind, erupting with terrifying demonic energy, and was about to drag Ling Tian away to escape. Yi Feng, it's too late. If you run now, it's too late. As he said that, Yi Feng opened his mouth. Silent heaven-cutting finger die. As a huge finger fell, Ling Tian and Ling Taixu disappeared completely. They died so quickly and cleanly, and they could not survive a round in front of Yi Feng. Yi Feng killed them instantly. Leng Yanren saw this, her face turned pale. She didn't expect Yi Feng to be so decisive, directly destroying Ling Tian and Ling Taixu. Even she couldn't say anything about this matter. Ling Taixu burst out with demonic energy, and the entire Kanglin sect felt it, and no one could deny it. And Yi Feng eliminated demons and defended the way, no one could find fault with him. And now that Ling Taixu is dead, there is no reason for him to continue to practice self-proclaimed cultivation. It's really a good calculation. And now that the demon tyrant Ling Taixu is dead, Yi Feng is not injured at all. How can he suppress this peak cross-tribulation period? Even if he deliberately arranges dangerous tasks, it's useless because the peak cross-tribulation period is invincible in the world, the kind of invincibility that kills other people in seconds. This is really troublesome. As for Ling Tian's death, she does like Ling Tian a little, but love can't be eaten, and he is dead. Even if revenge is taken, how to take revenge, Peaky Feng? Tell me how to take revenge. Liu Ruyan, Yi Feng, you bastard. How could you kill junior brother Ling Tian? Han Xiao, that's right. Big brother, we don't mind you killing the evildoers, but how can you kill junior brother Ling Tian? Yi Feng flashed in front of the three people and looked them up and down. Yi Feng, this female-centric thinking is just abnormal brain circuits. Ling Tian colluded with the demonic path and was forgiven. I killed Ling Tian, who was obviously in league with the demonic path, but was actually blamed by you two ungrateful wolves. I am convinced. Liu Ruyan, Yi Feng, what do you mean? You think you are right to kill my junior brother? You keep saying that we are colluding with the devil. Those who collude with the devil will be dealt with by the Law Enforcement Hall. At worst, our master as the sect leader also has the right to deal with us. Who are you to kill my junior brother? Yi Feng, you know what? Actually, I can end this now, but I want to know what other remarks you have that ruin my worldview. Keep on saying them, and let me know what kind of ungrateful people I have helped over the years. Leng Yanren, enough, how can you talk to your senior sister? Although what your senior sister said was a bit extreme, she was generally right. You killed the evildoer of the demon sect, but why did you kill your junior brother? Are you so cruel and bloodthirsty? That's right, I misjudged you before. You are such a cruel and bloodthirsty demon. You are not colluding with the demon sect. You are going to become a demon. You are a demon. Yifeng, awesome, awesome. Master, I admire you very much. You can turn white into black and black into white. Your thinking logic is invincible. If a primary school student who has not received 9 years of compulsory education is really intimidated by you, you say I am a demon. If I kill a person who colludes with the demons, I am a demon. Then who in the cultivation world is not a demon? Who has not killed people? Leng Yanren, it's useless for you to say so much, Fenger. You have gone astray now. Why don't you quickly seal your cultivation, put your hands up, and come with me to the law enforcement hall to stand trial? Yifeng, why should I seal my own cultivation, put my hands on my shoulders, and go to the trial? Why? Is this good for me? Leng Yanren, if you don't seal your cultivation and accept the judgment with your hands held high, you will never be forgiven by me and your senior and junior sisters, and you will never be the eldest senior brother of Kanglin's sect, who is loved by everyone. Leng Yanren sneered and threw out her trump card. She thought that Yifeng could not leave their love. After she said this, Yifeng would definitely seal his cultivation and go to the trial with him. After he sealed his cultivation and went to the trial with him, she would punish him to go to the 9 nether demon cave to suffer the pain of the devil's heart and avenge her white moonlight Ling Tien. Of course, she couldn't kill him now, and she still needed Yifeng to work for her and plunder resources. At this time, Yifeng was no longer talking. He closed his eyes and felt the betrayal of these ungrateful women. His heart was bleeding, and a surge of anger rushed to his head. These ungrateful women didn't know that this world was built by Yifeng with his spirit, and he could feel all their inner thoughts. As the anger continued to soar, Yifeng in the real world, that is, the Dragon Ball world, was also Cabros. At this moment, Yifeng in the previous life and Cabros in this life's Dragon Ball world began to truly merge. From then on, Yifeng was Cabros, and Cabros was Yifeng. At this time, Cabros's hair began to flash and turn golden. At a certain moment, as if breaking through some bottleneck, Cabros's hair stopped flashing and turned completely golden. Cabros stood up, feeling the tremendous power. I succeeded. I transformed into a Super Saiyan. Very good, but now is not the time to open your eyes. There are still some things that have not been resolved in that spiritually constructed world. After saying this, Cabros' spirit sank back into the spiritual world. Cabros, Leng Yanren, Liu Ruyan, Han Xiao, you 3 ungrateful bastards, your lives have come to an end here. Everything is completely over. As he spoke, Cabros stretched out his hand, and a huge flame erupted from his hand, enveloping the 3 people. Leng Yanren, no, Fenger, do you want to kill your most beloved master? Liu Ruyan, junior brother, I was wrong, please don't kill me. Han Xiao, brother Yifeng, Xiao was wrong. Xiao is in pain, please stop. Cabros, I'll give you some favors before I die. I'll show you the ending you were supposed to have. As he said this, Cabros showed the ending of the original world to the 3 people like a movie. In the original plot, Yifeng was tricked by them into opening the barrier with a self-torture trick. Because he forcibly interrupted the heavenly tribulation, he was injured and could not exert his full strength at all. However, Yifeng proved his innocence by preaching to all the disciples and not leaving Kanglin's sect for 3 years. The slanderer Ling Tian was only scolded and told not to do it next time. Handle with care, double standards to the extreme. Later, the demons invaded, and Yifeng dragged his injured body to suppress the demons. His injuries worsened again, and he almost died several times. Later, he was betrayed by the 3 people and Ling Tian. When he was recovering from his injuries, Ling Taixu came to his door. Yifeng fought to the death and died together with Ling Taixu. Upon learning of Yifeng's death, Ling Tian bared his fangs and asked the 3 women to practice dual cultivation with him. The first one to be defiled by him was Han Xiao. She had the lowest strength. After being defiled by Ling Tian was afraid that the matter would be exposed, so he sold her to the demon realm brothel. From then on, Han Xiao received customers every day, either demons or monsters, and was finally killed by a pig monster. Then came Liu Ruyan, who was also tired of being played with, and was sold to the demon realm brothel, where she was humiliated to death by a dog monster. As for Master Lang Yanren, the leader of the Kanglin sect, after Ling Tian gained her trust and obtained the formation diagram of the protective formation, he opened the Kanglin sect formation, and countless demon cubs attacked the Kanglin sect, and the Kanglin sect was completely destroyed. As for her, the first leader of the righteous path and the first female cultivator, she was humiliated by countless demons and monsters. Even Ling Tian could not stop this, because Lang Yanren's attraction was too great. In the end, after Lang Yanren was insulted by thousands of people, her cultivation was drained away by the demon, and she became an old woman with white hair and wrinkles all over her face. Finally, when she looked in the mirror, she was scared to death by herself. This is their true ending. After seeing their own endings, the three women went crazy. Oh, it's not like that. It's not like that. I just want to pursue true love. What's wrong with me? Big brother, why is he so strong? I just like little puppies. It's my fault that I trusted the wrong person. The Ling Tian I liked turned out to be a beast with a wolf's heart and a dog's lungs. Big brother, I know I was wrong. I know you did it for our own good. You didn't want us to get deeper into trouble, and you didn't want us to be deceived by Ling Tian, so you killed him. We forgive you. We didn't know that Ling Tian was a beast in human form. We were also deceived by him. We are also victims. Big brother, please let us go, it hurts. Fenger, I was wrong. You are the only one who truly works for the good of Kanglin sect and the righteous path. I will no longer doubt you. Let me go, and I will pass on the title of Kanglin sect leader to you, okay? Cabros, well, now that you know you are wrong, you should die. I really can't think of how to change your female-oriented thinking. Perhaps only by reincarnating and drinking a bowl of Mengpo soup can you cleanse your twisted and dirty souls. Goodbye. No, never see you again. You all should die. As he spoke, Cabros increased his strength and completely refined the three women, not even sparing their souls. Dragon Ball World. Cabros, the female world is too scary. It is just a simulation of the spiritual world, but it is so terrifying. However, the female world is a good place to cultivate the mind. Maybe I can use this method next time I break through to Super Saiyan 2. Cabros now understood that he seemed to have accidentally comprehended a set of extremely terrifying skills, which could create a world in the mind and absorb the energy of the mind world. In his memory of his previous life, there was only one skill that could have such a heaven-defying effect, and that was the Dragon Talisman, the Dragonless Heart method created by Gu Chensha. He didn't know if he had comprehended this Dragonless Heart method. Maybe it was just a prototype. But no matter what, everything was developing in a good direction, and this heart method was his reliance on surpassing the great priest of the Dragon Ball world and the king of all. Chapter 37 Raditz arrives. Cabros finally broke through to become a Super Saiyan and also obtained a great opportunity similar to the Dragonless Heart method. With the Heart Evolution method, he can truly stand at the top, surpassing the High Priest and the Omni-King. If he didn't have the Mind Evolution technique, even if he had Super 5 Super Divine Power and Super Free Will, he could only reach the strength of a high-level angel at most, and it would still be a long way to surpass the Great Priest. Now, the mind evolved the world, and then brought out the skills and supernatural powers from the mind world. In this way, he had the capital to surpass everything. However, it is still a bit far-fetched to say that. Let's follow the plot and reach the limit of Saiyan bloodline first. Now that he can transform into a Super Saiyan, Frieza is no longer a concern. Of course, under normal circumstances, his combat power is already superior to Frieza. But there is also a possibility that this Frieza gets the memory of a parallel time and space, or is also traveled by a time traveler. Then the current Frieza is definitely more than 1.2 million, and he may even be Golden Frieza. However, this possibility is very small, but Cabros must not be careless, because he is not son Wukong. He only has one chance, and he doesn't even know if he will have a chance to be resurrected after he dies. Therefore, he must be cautious, and only when he thoroughly understands Frieza's true combat power can he attack decisively. How to find out? Of course, the protagonist, son Wukong, should try it out. It seems that the time has come, so he goes directly to the Temple of Heaven. God, Cabros, why are you here? Cabros, it's time to send son Goku to King Kai for training. God, so early. I thought we had to wait another 2 years. Cabros, why do we have to wait another 2 years? Don't you think that the Earth has not been invaded by powerful enemies from the universe yet, so there is no rush? The immortal nodded. Cabros, by the time you see a powerful enemy in the universe, it will be too late. We must prepare for a rainy day and increase our strength in advance, instead of cramming and practicing only after the enemy arrives. God, but son Wukong has been practicing all the time. Cabros, I have been practicing all the time. How could I be caught up by Piccolo, who has been practicing for 3 years? You have seen me learn step by step. You should know a more advanced practice method to improve the combat effectiveness quickly. The same time, different practice methods, the combat effectiveness improved is completely different. In the past, I practiced at the critical moment by myself, and I had no time to take care of son Wukong and others. What about you? I thought you had arranged for son Wukong to practice with King Kai a long time ago. The immortal was silent for a moment, his face looking somewhat grim. Immortal, I was wrong, but it's strange. When you told me to let son Wukong receive the same training as you, I thought it was a good idea and wanted to bring him to the temple to practice immediately. But when I wanted to find him later, I suddenly felt that the time was not right. Isn't it too early to let him become strong so soon? The words of the immortal made Cabulo's face change drastically. Was this Gaia's consciousness at work, the power of plot correction? It actually affected people's thinking. Cabros, it's strange, but if you're determined to change it, it should be possible. Immortal, yes, I will remember your words well, repeat them every day, and do my best to enhance the power of the Earth Warriors. Cabros, well, I will use the Tianlong Company to select geniuses from around the world, and then have them receive training from Master Kame. After the training is over, I will select the elites from them to receive training from Master Kalenta and the temple. After receiving training from the temple, they should be able to become qualified Earth Warriors. I will call them Z Warriors. Master, what do you think of this plan? God, very good. However, Goku went to King Kai to practice. What about the others? Cabros, no, King Kai is a high-level deity who is in charge of more than just the Earth. It would be okay if we send a few people over, but if we send too many, it would cause King Kai's disgust. God, then who should go with Goku to King Kai? Cabros, no, I'll just let Goku go this time. Last time I went to practice, King Kai didn't reject me because he was the first human disciple, but I could clearly feel that King Kai had some objections. So this time, I'll just let Goku go. God, that's right. Lord Kai, it's really not good to keep bothering you. Cabros, however, things will be different when Goku goes there. Goku has a pure heart and should be able to become true friends with Lord Kai. By then, it should be no problem for Goku to ask Tien Shinhan, Yamcha, Krillin, and others to go and practice. Immortal, is that so? That's great. Just as Cabros was about to say something, he felt a strong force approaching the Earth. Fairy, what happened? Cabros, someone from the universe is coming. Immortal, is he an enemy? It's all my fault. I should have sent son Wukong to King Kai earlier. Cabros glanced at the immortal but didn't tell him the truth. He could feel that this person was a Saiyan, and his aura was similar to Goku's. He was probably a Saiyan Raditz. Given his experience with Vegeta, Raditz shouldn't be considered an enemy. But Cabros, God, you take son Wukong to King Kai first, and I will stop this visitor from the universe. The immortal nodded, not noticing the words in Cabros's words, and flew down from the temple. Cabros's inner thoughts. Raditz came so early, what happened? I can transform into a Super Saiyan now, so I shouldn't be afraid of the Cosmic Emperor Frieza. But this plot change still makes me feel bad. Well, after the spiritual world cultivation method, my cultivation speed of the divine realm has greatly increased. Now, it seems that it only takes more than 2 years to break through to the realm of immortals, that is, the third dimension of the realm. It used to take me more than 10 years. Damn, it's really hard to cultivate the realm. Raditz arrived on Earth and immediately turned on the detector. Ding ding ding. Combat power 2, 1.5, 356. Raditz, as expected of a low-level planet, its combat power is so low. Ding ding ding. Combat power 701. Raditz A, is this a good fighter? Could it be Kakarot? Raditz flew towards the direction of the 701st Combat Force. In the distance, Cabros also discovered Raditz's trace. Cabros, haha, this is Tien Shinhan's direction. It seems that Raditz mistook Tien Shinhan's reaction for Son Goku's. Beep beep, alarm. High-level combat power detected. Combat power 3508. Raditz, what? Combat power 3508. So high, is there anyone so strong on Earth? Could it be the person Vegeta mentioned? But that person's combat power should be higher. Could it be Kakarot? Is Kakarot's combat power already over 3500? I'd better see if 701's combat power is Kakarot's first. As he said that, he quickly flew towards Tien Shinhan, a typical bully who only fears the strong and only bullies the weak. At this moment, Tien Shinhan, who was practicing, suddenly stopped. Dumpling, what's wrong, Tianjin? Tien Shinhan, a powerful energy is coming. Jia, could it be Wukong and the others? Tien Shinhan, no, it's not Goku and the others. This energy is very evil. Dumpling, is it an enemy? Tien Shinhan nodded, and Jia took a defensive stance. Soon, Raditz appeared and came above Tien Shinhan. Raditz, it's not Kakarot, that's strange. Hey, do you know where Kakarot is? Tien Shinhan, Kakarot, who is Kakarot? Jia, Tianjin, the Kakarot he mentioned should be Son Goku. I remember Cabros said that Son Goku's Saiyan name is Kakarot. Tien Shinhan, oh, you're looking for Son Wukong, right? He's near Baozi Mountain in the west. Raditz, you guys are talking about Cabros. Do you know where he is? Raditz landed. His mission was to find Caballos. As for Kakarot, it was just the Saiyan's most worthless family affection that was at work. Tien Shinhan frowned. Didn't you want to find Kakarot? Why are you looking for Cabros now? At this time, Jia keenly discovered the tail on Raditz's waist, pointing at the opening. Jia, Tianjin, he seems to be a Saiyan too. Tien Shinhan, Saiyan, I understand. Cabros should be in the western capital. Yeah, he is coming this way. Raditz was busy operating the detector, but did not find any signal from Cabros. Raditz, what did you say? You're going to Zidu one moment and then come over. Are you kidding me? As he said this, he was about to attack Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan, you want to fight? Come on. Tien Shinhan was also eager to try. A year ago, at the world's #1 martial arts tournament, he didn't make any move at all. He felt that his 3 years of training were useless. The appearance of Raditz this time was exactly what he wanted. He couldn't wait to fight with this Saiyan. Chapter 38, Raditz vs Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan, let me tell you right now, on Earth, humans can control their powers freely. The reason your detector didn't detect it is because the combat power displayed by Cabros is relatively low. Tien Shinhan said as he took off his gravity suit. And as he took off the gravity suit, the numbers on Raditz's detector also changed. Ding ding ding, combat power 907. Raditz, combat power 907, you're pretty good, right? Unfortunately, you're far behind me, who has a combat power of 1500. Tien Shinhan, sometimes a battle is not decided by numbers. The winner and loser can only be known after the fight. Raditz, okay, I'll play with you. Dumplings, Tianjin. Tien Shinhan, Jia, please go aside first. I haven't exercised for a long time. Jia nodded and left. At this time, Cabros also felt Tien Shinhan's improved fighting power on the road and knew that he was going to have a hearty battle with Raditz, so he didn't intend to disturb him. Tien Shinhan took the lead in attacking, punching Raditz in the face, and Raditz looked shocked. Raditz, how is that possible? How come you are so fast? Tien Shinhan, I told you a long time ago that combat effectiveness can change with the battle. I can tell you clearly that my aeration can already increase combat effectiveness to over 60%. Raditz, aeration, you mean, the secret technique of advanced warriors like Nappa. Raditz knew that Nappa's normal combat power was only over 7,000, but after using the secret technique, his combat power could be increased to over in a short period of time. He thought that Tien Shinhan also used the secret technique, but he was wrong. Tien Shinhan used aeration, which had no obvious time limit, while the secret technique had a time limit, just like the Kaioken. Tien Shinhan, Secret method, maybe. Raditz turned on the detector and found that Tien Shinhan's combat power had indeed increased to more than 1,500 points. Raditz, even if our fighting abilities are equal, you can never be a match for us Saiyan warriors. Tien Shinhan, really. Although your movements are fast, your accuracy is a little lacking. Raditz, what did you say? You said my aim was not good enough. I am a soldier who has experienced many battles. I am different from you child soldiers who live in a peaceful world. Take this from me. As he said that, Raditz sent out a wave, and Tien Shinhan used both hands to knock him away. When he looked again, Raditz had disappeared. Tien Shinhan used his chi to sense, and his eyes moved, and soon found the trace of Raditz. He actually came behind Tien Shinhan and kicked Tien Shinhan's head with all his strength. Raditz, go to hell, how is it possible? How could you have escaped? Raditz was about to make a winning move, but Tien Shinhan dodged it by leaning forward and was very shocked. Tien Shinhan, Humph, you are only using your eyes, that's why you can't keep up with my speed. Raditz, don't you need to use your eyes? Are you kidding me? Tien Shinhan, is this a joke? You'll know if you try it. As he said that, Tien Shinhan turned around, faced Raditz, and closed his 3 eyes. Raditz, you dare to close your eyes in front of me. You are seeking death. Raditz attacked, but no matter how he attacked, he found that he was easily blocked by Tien Shinhan. Raditz, how could this happen? Tien Shinhan, Humph, I have no obligation to tell you. You are doomed to lose this battle. Raditz, really? Although your skills really surprised me, but unfortunately in the face of absolute strength, all skills are useless. Tien Shinhan, what did you say? Raditz also took off the gravity suit he was wearing. Vegeta forced him and Nappa to put it on, saying that it would increase their combat effectiveness faster. Ding ding ding, combat power 2050. Raditz, hahaha, Vegeta is right. Wearing this gravity suit can really improve my combat power. Now my combat power is over 2,000. Let's see what you can do. Go to hell. As he said that, Raditz rushed forward. Now, Tien Shinhan was completely at a disadvantage. Although Raditz's movements were not clean enough and he did not know how to use luck, his strength was much stronger than Tien Shinhan. Due to the huge gap in strength, Tien Shinhan could only be suppressed. Tien Shinhan, I didn't expect you to hide your strength, but this is better. Just now, I didn't feel like I was fighting at all. Tien Shinhan increased his fighting power to the limit, and the two of them started a second round of battle. The two were evenly matched, and the nearby islands kept collapsing. 10 minutes later, both of them were out of breath, and Tien Shinhan's eyes were filled with excitement. Tien Shinhan, great. I've long wanted to have a battle like this, Raditz. You fulfilled my wish. Raditz, I won't lose to you. The final victory will definitely be mine. Tien Shinhan, really? Look at this move of mine, you're doomed. Sun Fist. Tien Shinhan used the Sun Fist, and Raditz was blinded by the glare. Tien Shinhan took the opportunity to punch Raditz in the vitals, securing the victory. 1 minute later, Tien Shinhan looked at Raditz lying in the pit with a pale face. Tien Shinhan, I didn't expect you to be so tenacious. You could continue to fight even after my heavy blow. In the end, I had to use my ultimate move, the Qigong Cannon. Raditz, damn it, I actually lost to an Earthling, you bastard. However, your last move was really powerful. Your combat power exceeded 2,500 points. Tien Shinhan, you are not bad either. The Saiyans are worthy of their reputation as a fighting race. Tien Shinhan, how was it? This battle was exciting. Cabros appeared behind Tien Shinhan at some point. Tien Shinhan, Cabros. Raditz, are you the Caballos that Vegeta was talking about? Raditz keenly noticed the tail around Cabros' waist. Cabros saw the detector on Raditz's face and frowned. Raditz saw Cabros' gaze and instantly turned off the detector. Raditz, I'm sorry, Lord Cabros. I forgot there were detectors on it. Cabros, forget it. I saw your fight with Tien Shinhan. You fought to such an extent that it's normal for you to forget. Besides, we didn't say anything extra. Raditz, but our conversation just now must have revealed that you are on Earth, and Frieza has been looking for you. Cabros me, why did he look for me? Raditz, that time, you and Prince Vegeta killed all of King Cooler's Mecha Sentai. Frieza discovered you through the monitoring device on the detector, and knowing that your combat power exceeded 20, he wanted you to work for him. Cabros, Frieza asked me to work for him. Raditz nodded. Cabros, what conditions did he set? Raditz, Lord Cabros, you don't really want to serve Frieza's army. Cabros, of course not, but there should be something I need in the treasure house of Frieza's army. In addition, if I want to defeat Frieza, I must find out his true strength. So, there is nothing wrong with working for him for a while. Cabros is not like other time-traveling protagonists. He is showing the world by himself. He is obviously a social animal. After traveling through time, he is the boss and he is the second. He will never bow his head to others and will never do anything for others. Isn't this stupid logic? Such people, even if they travel through time, are destined to be cannon fodder. A real man is one who can bend and stretch. For Cabulos, working for others and being a laborer is not unacceptable. If you're not sure of winning, you naturally have to collect intelligence in order to achieve 100% victory. So what Cabulos despises most is the kind of people who think they are the chosen ones after traveling through time. When other powerful people from other sects come to recruit disciples, you still act like a fool and say that you would rather be a casual cultivator than a sect dog. You are a purebred idiot. You don't have the strength yet. Are you sure that you won't be slapped to death by the other party if you say this? When you don't have the strength, you should hide as much as possible. When facing seniors, you should show respect for teachers. Just like Son Wukong, when facing opponents, he can also praise his opponents. This is also the reason why Piccolo and Vegeta can be whitewashed and join the protagonist group. If Son Wukong's temper is the same as Vegeta's, he will mock and look down on you before the fight begins. In the end, if the opponent loses, he will also blow himself up and die with you. Although these two have the same effect when facing real enemies, they are just fighting to the death. But when facing people who are not so bad, there is a chance to make friends with them. Obviously, most people in the world are not pure bad guys. If they can be pulled to their side, it will be an extra help. Cabros still understands the principle that those who are in the right way will have many supporters, while those who are in the wrong way will have few supporters. It is also for this reason that when Cabros came to the Earth, he did not use powerful forces to threaten them to teach him Kung Fu, but made friends with them. Look, the Earth Warriors have regarded him as one of their own. Even the gods and the North King, who have priesthood and can see through people's hearts, have recognized Cabros. If Vegeta had that kind of personality, he would not even look at those who are weaker than himself. Then he would not get the guidance of these people, and his training speed would never surpass Son Goku. Of course, in the later period of Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta corrected this problem. Raditz, Lord Cabros, I want to ask you something. You just said that if you want to defeat Frieza, you must find out his true strength. Have you already? Cabros, you guessed right. I can already transform into a Super Saiyan, and I am no longer afraid of Frieza. But before the real battle, I must understand Frieza's true strength so that I can be absolutely safe. Chapter 39, Set Out into the Universe Again. When Raditz heard that Cabros could transform into a Super Saiyan, he opened his mouth in surprise. Cabros, is that so? Vegeta should have told you that as long as Saiyans practice, they can become Super Saiyans, and so can you. Raditz, can I become a Super Saiyan too? Cabros nodded. Looking at Raditz's shocked expression, Cabros thought about it and decided to lead the conversation himself. Cabros, how long can Vegeta delay Frieza? Raditz, this can be delayed for 2 or 3 years. After all, the universe is so big. But I will discuss the details with Vegeta later. Cabros, I'll go do some of my own things first, and you? Just stay here and learn how to use your Kai from Tien Shinhan. Raditz, let me learn from him. Cabros, can't I? You lost to him. Tien Shinhan's basic combat power is not even as good as before, and you were defeated with a basic combat power of 2,000. It's a disgrace to the Saiyans. You just study hard here. I'll go find you after I finish my business. Then we'll go to Frieza's headquarters together. Raditz, okay. Cabros, Tien Shinhan, when you have time, you can practice with Raditz. If 2 people practice together, the training speed should be faster than that of 1 person. Tianjin fan nodded. Cabros, by the way, Tien Shinhan. If you have time, you can also go to our Tianlong company's headquarters to take a look and scare off the villains. Tien Shinhan, I understand. Don't worry, I will keep an eye on the Tenryuwu company. Cabros nodded and flew away. Cabros returns to Bulma's house and finds Bulma. Bulma, what? You're going to space again? Cabros, yes, if I don't go, Frieza will definitely come looking for me. Bulma, Cabros, you've already become a Super Saiyan, right? Are you still afraid of Frieza? Cabros, it's not me who is afraid, it's the Earth that is afraid. Frieza's combat power is 1.2 million. No matter which planet we fight, that planet will definitely not be saved. So, I can't let him come to Earth. Bulma, you mean, Frieza will destroy the entire planet if he thinks he can't win. Cabros nodded. Bulma, no wonder you used the Dragon Balls to make a wish to survive in outer space. It turns out that planets are so fragile. Cabros, yes, the opponents in the future will become stronger and stronger, and the Earth will be as fragile as a piece of paper. Hey, Son Wukong's energy disappeared. He should have been taken to the underworld by the gods. When Bulma heard the news about Son Goku, she was just surprised and didn't investigate further. Bulma, when will you be back? Cabros, it will probably take a few years. Bulma, how many years? Are you abandoning your wife and children? Cabros, don't worry, Bulma. I will go to a planet called Yadrat first to learn a move called teleportation. Bulma, teleportation, what is that? Cabros, teleportation means that as long as you sense the opponent's energy, you can reach the opponent in just a moment. When the time comes, I will inform Son Wukong and the others to raise their strength to the limit. I can use teleportation to come back at any time. Bulma, I can come back anytime. It's just like going to work during the day and going home at night. Cabros, almost. Bulma, that's no problem. When do you leave? Cabros, tomorrow. Bulma, okay, it seems like there's some problem with the Tianlong group, but I can solve it myself. Cabros, what's the problem? Bulma, there are a few second-generation rich kids from several big families who insist on coming to our Tianlong company. They come to the company just because they want to, and after they come, they act like everyone is the boss and I am the second in command, and they don't like each other and are always looking for trouble. Cabros, they didn't affect the company's mission. Bulma, not really, but after they went there, they formed cliques and made the place really chaotic. Cabros, it's okay, warriors, they just have too much energy to use up. Let them make trouble as long as it doesn't affect the mission. I'll deal with them when I have time. Bulma, no need, their combat power is less than 20 points. I can handle it myself. Cabros, I forgot that Bulma is already a powerful Z warrior. No one on Earth should be able to threaten you. Bulma, that's right, Son Goku and the others won't attack me. Apart from them and you, I am invincible on Earth. Cabros, so, I am now very confident that you can manage the company. Bulma, you just want to be lazy. Cabros, well, to be honest, when it comes to cultivation, I think I'm pretty good. But when it comes to running a company, I'm definitely not as good as you. Bulma, that's good to know. By the way, I have already moved forward with the matter of selecting 100 geniuses to receive training from Master Roshi. Is there anything else you want to tell me? Cabros, I want to start a film company. Bulma, asshole, did you have any evil thoughts about her just because she is pretty? Cabros, hee. I didn't expect there are so many beauties in this world. Bulma, as expected, what Kessa said is right, all men are playboys. Well, I will help you with this matter, but how are you going to compensate me? Cabros, compensation. From now until I leave tomorrow, I will compensate you. With that, Cabros carried Bulma into the bedroom. The next day, Cabros set his destination to the planet Yadrat and was about to set off. Bulma, be careful on your journey. Cabros, don't worry, didn't I wish to survive in the universe? It will be fine. Bulma, by the way, this spaceship can only carry a 100-fold gravity chamber. It's because it's too difficult to put those advanced materials into the universal capsule. Cabros, it doesn't matter. Now I'm not so dependent on the gravity room. Bulma, take these nutrient solutions for emergency use. Cabros looked at the chattering Bulma and felt very warm. He suddenly bent down and kissed her. Cabros, I'm leaving. Wait until I come back. Yadrat Star. Cabros' spaceship landed, and many Yadrat people came over. Cabros, I am a Saiyan from Earth. I heard that you have some magical skills, so I came to visit you and communicate with you. Come with me, the Prophet already knows you are coming, said a bespectacled Yadrat. Cabros, Prophet, okay, I will go with you. Cabros didn't expect that there really was someone on Yadrat who could predict the future. It was indeed the planet with the most special effects and the most mysterious in the Dragon Ball world. Prophet, you have arrived earlier than predicted, Mr. Sun Wukong. Cabros, well, my name is not Sun Wukong, my name is Cabros. Prophet, this. The prophecy clearly said that Sun Wukong came here to learn special skills. Cabros, well, it is certain that there is a deviation between this prophecy and reality. Besides, Son Goku and I are friends. So where is Lord Kai now? Prophet, you know Lord Kai, that should be Sun Wukong's partner. What moves do you want to learn? Cabros, teleport. Prophet, indeed. Cabros, do you have any other tricks? Prophet, we have Alps materialization, Alps separation, fusion, etc. We have all kinds of magical tricks. Cabros, I want to learn all of them, but there is a sequence. First, learn teleportation, then separation and fusion, and finally materialization. Prophet, well, then you should study hard, in case there is a crisis on Yadrat in the future. Cabros, if there is a crisis, I will definitely come to help. The Prophet nodded. In this way, Cabros began to practice on Yadrat. Because he practiced the Divine Realm training method and the Mind training method, his speed of practicing teleportation was faster than Sun Wukong. It took him less than half a year to master teleportation, and then it took him another 3 months to learn the forced separation and fusion techniques. It took another month for energy to materialize. Seeing that there were only 2 months left before the year, he also specially trained the Super Saiyan state, from the initial Super Saiyan to the primary stage of the Quarreling Saiyan. Super Saiyans have 50 times the initial Super Saiyan amplification, 50 times the primary stage of Super Saiyan amplification. First stage, 65 times the intermediate stage of Super Saiyan amplification. Second stage, muscle form. This form is not unusable. The original Vegeta called himself Super Vegeta is this form. It's just that the consumption is large. The speed is not greatly reduced, and it also increases with the improvement of combat power. Only the third stage of the big muscle form, the speed is greatly reduced. This form 85 times the amplification. The most perfect full power stage is indeed a 50-fold amplification. But because of the complete mastery of the Super Saiyan transformation, it is possible to use aeration on the basis of the Super Saiyan full power. And the aeration degree is 60%, which is equivalent to an 80-fold amplification. Chapter 40, The Results of Practice on Yadrat Star. After a year of training on Yadrat, although he did not fully cultivate his skills, his combat power has improved a lot. Currently, his basic combat power is 420 million, and the transformation into a Super Saiyan is 2.2 million. The speed of Cabros' training skills is far faster than that of Sun Wukong. Some people may not agree that it is not as fast as Vegeta, who learned Alphid, forced separation, and teleportation in 1 month, but there is no comparison at all. That was the later period, when Vegeta's basic combat power was estimated to be several billion. He also learned the spirit energy after the guidance of Wise. They are not in the same stage, so there is no comparison. In terms of training speed, Cabros is estimated to be still not as fast as Sun Wukong at the same period. After all, Trunks should have a combat power of 2.2 million in the future, and Sun Wukong is obviously above him. When Sun Wukong arrived here, most of his energy was still on teleportation. But in the last 2 months, he was wholeheartedly practicing. After saying goodbye to the Yadrats, Cabros used his mental power to the maximum, looking for the energy of Son Goku and King Kai. Of course, he knew that it was impossible to teleport to Earth all at once, but he could teleport to King Kai's planet first, and then to Earth. King Kai's planet was a teleportation node in the northern galaxy, similar to the folded space. The distance from any planet in the northern galaxy to King Kai's planet was the same. Soon, Cabulos found the energy of King Kai and Son Goku. He found it, and then, whoosh, Cabulos disappeared from Yadrat in an instant. Of course, at this time, his spaceship had been transformed into a capsule and put into his pocket. Swish, Cabros suddenly appeared and was almost hit in the face by the spirit bomb. Cabros slapped the spirit bomb away with a slap. Son Wukong, hey, Brother Cabros, why are you here? Cabros, I learned teleportation on Yadrat. How about using King Kai's place as a springboard to return to Earth? King Kai of the North, instant teleportation. Now that you have learned it, it is a great skill. Cabros, yes. Once you learn teleportation, you can come to King Kai to practice at any time. King Kai of the North. No, 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 you Saiyans are all big eaters. All my accumulation of thousands of years is almost wasted by you. Cabros, Lord Kai, I came here in a hurry this time. Next time I come, I will bring you delicious food from our Earth. King Kai, Earth's delicacies. Is it delicious? Son Wukong, it's delicious, much better than the one here. King Kai, all right then. I'll let you use this place as a transit station with reluctance. Ever since he heard the name of teleportation, Son Wukong has been itching to learn it. He always feels that this skill is born with him, and he must learn this teleportation. Son Wukong, Brother Cabros, could you please teach me how to teleport? Cabros, that's not impossible, but it's a bit difficult to learn. I don't have that much time. Son Wukong, if I continue to train with King Kai, Kai will definitely be angry. Cabros, it would have been fine if you didn't mention Kiki. But after you mentioned Kiki, I realized that you have grown a lot taller. In a few months, you should be an adult, and then you can marry Kiki. Son Wukong, really? I don't feel it myself. Hey, Lord Kai, you are really much lower. North Kai King, you just realized it. Cabros, Son Wukong, how is your training going? Son Wukong, I used to think I had worked very hard on Earth, but after coming here, I found that the speed of cultivation is very fast. In the past year, my strength has greatly improved. Cabros, really? Let me see if you can vent your anger a little. Cabros took out the detector. Son Wukong, okay ha are. Ding ding ding, fighting power. Son Goku, this is all my combat power without aeration. I should be able to use triple Kaioken with ease. Cabros, not bad, even stronger than when I left King Kai. King Kai of the North. When Cabros left, his combat power was only a little bit. Son Wukong, but Brother Cabros has been practicing for many years, and his current strength must be far beyond this. Cabros, that's right, I can transform into a Super Saiyan now. King Kai, what? You can transform into a Super Saiyan, so you can fight against the evil universe King Frieza. Cabros, I think so. My current basic combat power is 420 million, and my Super Saiyan power is 2.2 million. King Kai of the North, 2.2 million, doesn't that already exceed Frieza? Cabros, I don't know. Under normal circumstances, I am not afraid of him, but I am afraid of accidents. In 2 days, I will go to Frieza's place. Once I know Frieza's true strength, it will be easy. King Kai of the North, you might as well go investigate. Son Wukong, Brother Cabros, you haven't told me how to learn teleportation. Cabulos, well, I will send you to Yadrat where the prophet will teach you. You hold my hand. Son Wukong grabbed Cabros's hand, and Cabros looked embarrassed. Cabros, Lord Kai, in which direction is the planet Yadrat? North Kai King, over there. The King of the North pointed in a direction, and Cabros closed his eyes and felt it. And indeed, he felt the familiar aura of the prophet. Swish, Cabros and Son Goku disappeared. King Kai of the North, it's so convenient to have instant teleportation. Prophet, Cabulos, didn't you just leave? Why are you back again? Cabros, he is the son Wukong you mentioned, and he also wants to learn teleportation. The prophet looked at Son Wukong and nodded. Yes, it's him, Mr. Son Wukong, come with me. Son Wukong nodded. Cabros, you practice here. I'm leaving first. Son Wukong, remember to pick me up. Cabros, no problem. Cabros returned to Earth after transiting through North Kaio planet. Earth, Bulma's home. Bulma, Cabros, you said you would come back anytime. How come you haven't come back for a whole year? Cabros, isn't this where I go to learn teleportation? I just learned it. Bulma, this is just the first time. It won't happen again. Cabros, not again, Bulma. Bulma, when are you going to visit Frieza? Cabros, what? You want to drive me away? Bulma, of course not. But things have to be resolved sooner or later. If you deal with Frieza sooner, you can stay with me on Earth. Cabros, okay, then I'll leave in 3 months. Bulma nodded. Bulma, 3 months? Oh, by the way, the gravity chamber you asked me to build is done. It has a maximum gravity of 300. It was made with the remaining materials from your gravity chamber. Do you want to take it with you? Cabros, no, you put it in the Tianlong Company headquarters. Oh, and move Tianlong Company out. It's not suitable in the city, so just leave a contact point in the city. We'll find a small island and put the Tianlong Company headquarters there, and then put the gravity room there. In this way, Sun Wukong, Yamcha, Tien Shinhan, and others should be stationed in the company headquarters, so we don't have to worry about the headquarters being attacked by others. Bulma, if you want to increase their strength, just tell me. Now my combat power has exceeded 1,000, what dangers are there on Earth? Cabros, how come your fighting power is so high? Bulma, I'm not using the gravity room you left behind. I just used my free time to practice for a month, and my combat power has exceeded 1,000. Sure enough, you were right about the gravity room being a cheat for practice. Cabros, you are great, but please don't become a muscular woman. Bulma, you bastard, you dare to curse me. 3 months later, the new Tianlong Security Company headquarters was completed on the Tianlong Company Island, and all the Tianlong Company personnel arrived. Cabros, I won't say anything extra. All the training equipment here can be used for free. There is only one thing. Since you have become a member of the company, you must put the company's interests first. Yes, everyone agreed. Raditz came over. Raditz, Lord Cabros, Prince Vegeta said that Frieza is getting anxious and asked when we should set off. Cabros, let's go now. Tien Shinhan, Yamcha, the Earth, and the Tianlong Company are all in your hands. Yamcha, don't worry. I'm here, everything will be fine. Tien Shinhan also nodded. Then Kiki came forward. Kai, Brother Cabros, do you know when Goku will come back from King Kai? Cabros looked at the fully grown Kiki and understood what he meant. Cabros, it should be more than half a year. Oh, Wukong has grown a lot taller. Now he is as tall as my eyes. When he comes back, you can get married. Kiki, really? That's great. Krillin, oh, has Goku grown this tall? But I still can't grow taller. Cabros, it's okay, Krillin. You can just borrow Bulma's Dragon Ball radar and make a wish to grow taller. Klin, yes, it's okay, Brother Cabros, you're so nice. Cabros thought, if I hadn't stolen your wife in the future, you would have thought I would care about you. This is to repay your karma. However, now Krillin has the support of Tianlong Company, and he will definitely be wealthy in the future. Even if he is tall and handsome, he probably won't get married until the appearance of artificial humans. It's just right, so I will feel less guilty. On that day, everyone except Goku arrived, and they had a meal together. After the meal, Cablos and Raditz boarded the spaceship and left the Earth, heading towards Frieza's headquarters. All right, legends, that's it for today. If you're ready for the next chapter, smash that like button and flood the comments right now. Remember, we've got 3 days to prove this story needs to continue. Subscribe so you don't miss the drop, and I'll meet you in the next audiobook.